Naja, aka the Voodoo Child, and this is a Tribe T stream where you guys send in your stories if you need advice, anything like that, and we share it with the tribe. We kiki, we give advice. I haven't been through everything, so the chat does help. Um, and yeah, we just have a good old little time over here. Okay, today's theme is going to be family. Um, think Thanksgiving clapback esque. You know, we're getting out of the spooky season. But if you do want to see some spooky season stories for my YouTube viewers, I do have a timestamp because I know sometimes it scares some of y'all. Shout out to YouTube, okay? Shout out to y'all. But if you guys want to be in the live chat, okay, you guys have to be on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Make sure y'all say hey to the YouTube people, Twitch chat. Say hey to YouTube land. They talk about shout out, but come on over though. You get the exclusives, right? Yeah, the last thing we're gonna do is like a little spooky thing, but technically it was recorded yesterday. But yeah. Shout out to the YouTube tribe because it's still fun talking with y'all in the comments over there. Um, but yeah, today's theme is gonna be about families because we're getting into the Thanksgiving season, and this is when people come back into town and they have to deal with their families, maneuver, however that may be. A lot of people nowadays have not left home or like are living already at home and everything is just kind of boiling over because of the holidays. I'm pretty sure they've been dreading the holidays because of the family beef. Um, so yeah, that's what we're gonna get into today. And I have one, two, three, four, five family drama related stories. And here's a heads up before I get into them. I've said this on Twitch a few times already, but I'm about to start rolling it out next week is doing like little voice notes for the tribe teas because some people have told me that they would like to enter a submission, but they're just not like a typer type of person. Like, and honestly, I think voice notes are way cooler. So I'm open to voice notes now. If you just want to like do a 60-second TikTok or a 60-second Instagram reel with your voice. It could just be pointed at like a black wall. I really don't mind as long as we can hear your voice and tell us your story. That's dope. Like that's actually makes all of our jobs very much easier, right? Like we could just hear you out, short and sweet, and boom. So yeah, I'm open to receiving different types of submissions. So, but remember, it has to be emailed to this email right here. So it has to be compatible. So I'm not going to ask for any more than 60 seconds. Okay. 60-second clip. I have mentioned this before and I've already gotten two. So I'm going to play those two next week and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to see if anybody sends me more. But how I've been seeing it done so far, because I get it, people are shy. They don't want their voice clocked. I've seen people doing the little TikTok voice thing to mess with their voice. I've been seeing people just straight up just recording a bed sheet. Like, bruh, I don't mind. Okay, whatever makes y'all comfortable. But just letting you guys know, you're more than welcome to do that. And today we do have, let me see, do we have receipts? We do have receipts. We have some text messages. Do they have, it got people name on it though. Are they censored? Oh, okay, they're censored. All right, I could show y'all these. I'm saving them right now. So we have 5 family related stories to start off our Thanksgiving clapback season over here on Tribe T. And the first one is called, this is crazy. The first one is called My Mom, the Nigerian Scammer, and the White Trash Rapper. Girl, you better save your mother from this Kevin Federline demon. Like, what are you talking about? Um, the second one is called I Cut Off My Transphobe Brother with Receipts. And those are the receipts we got today. The third one was update. It's just oh no, this is a person that sent me an update and then they sent me another one. So this is just like some general family drama, very short and sweet, and they want you guys' advice. The fourth one is one that I was gonna read a few streams ago, but I had to skim it first to make sure it was okay because I saw some words in here, and I think we can censor it pretty good. And it's called "My Dad is a Alkie and I Am Tired." And Alkies can ruin any freaking holiday, like, period. um, and then I have one more scary story that didn't make the cut, and that'll be at the end, so it could blend in with the other stuff. So let's get into this first one with the Nigerian mama, because that's funny to me. Here, hold on. Let me airdrop this over here. The Nigerian. Why are you calling your mom a scammer, though? How is she a scammer? Just because she Nigerian, man, you can't be saying that about your mom, because these people online now, they're going to be like, well, duh. Like, Damn, somebody in the chat said their Thanksgiving clapbacks went on until after Christmas. Damn, that's how you know the beef was real. They said, I'm beefing with you. I'm bringing this beef into the new year. Like, Fran, let it go. Well, that must have been bad then. It must have been bad. Okay, all the receipts have been sent over. I didn't see them down there. I was like, girl, we got receipts. You gonna let me open it? My mom, the Nigerian scammer. Okay. So, all right, I have the receipts over here. So when we get to it, we can look at them. All right, sorry about y'all. Thank you for your patience. Let's get into the first story. My mom, the Nigerian scammer, and the white trash rapper. So, hey, Naja, I wrote a Tribe Tea in years ago. Ooh, girl. She said I had to come back. Okay, welcome back. I wrote in a Tribe Tea years ago about a hookup I had with somebody and how hard I fell into it. We were watching American Dad was the biggest detail I had. Well, hey, don't worry. Nobody will be able to clock your tea because we've all made that mistake on this damn channel, girl. Like, you'll be okay. Quick update, though. Before this story, I did end up getting over that guy and finding somebody else. And I'm in a much better position in my personal life. But my family is a different story. My mom is being crazy. So my parents are both divorced. I've had a good relationship with my mom most of my life compared to my other siblings. She made it obvious that I am the favorite. Ooh. I don't mean it in a bragging way, though. Girl. Maybe trigger warning, but she's one of those moms who decides to air everything out on Facebook. Girl, oh, hell no. No, for real, not your mom. So your mom is just messy. Your mom's messy. She like to play favorites and go beef on Facebook. Girl, your mama sound messy. No, for real. Red flag on the play. What does she be? They said she be wishing death on numerous people and says something about an ugly child. Oh, your mom's out of control. She's out of control. She said the baby ugly. How you gonna say the baby ugly? Bro, you don't be checking her. Like, you don't be like, Mom, take this down. That's so embarrassing. Red flag on the play is so real. Then she be posting about her sex life on Facebook so explicitly. Like, I just cannot read it. So that's why you don't be checking her. You're scared of getting scarred. You're like, I don't even want to be over here because if I end up, not y'all talking about was the baby ugly though. Y'all going to hell, bro. How you gonna do this to baby? Oh my gosh. Dark sided. Why? Oh my gosh. She treating her Facebook like a diary. Yeah, this is nothing good's coming of this. So anyway, she thought that this rapper has been stalking her for years. You could call him Lil Dickless. She told me the rapper's real name, and I'm not going to say it on stream. They asked me not to. But we're going to call him Lil Dickless. And they spelled it Dicklaus, like Santa Claus. So Dick Claus, maybe. Girl. I have refuted it numerous times that this man is not stalking her. And she responds that he really was. And he was doing it for years. I have told my grandma about this delusion numerous times. So now you got to tell. That's how you know it's real. When you got to tell grandma that your mom, like you got to tattle on your mom to your grandma. Like, wow. So I told my grandma about this delusion numerous times. And she's gotten to a point where she just ignores it. She said Lil Dick Claus introduced her to another rapper who we will call Lil SoundCloud. And she told me their real name as well. And this person is very niched. Like, she probably could have talked to this person. I'm not going to lie. She probably did. But now she's claiming to be in a relationship with this man. Girl, no shade, but your mom just sounds very emotionally immature. Like, did she have you young or something that makes her want to? Because it's giving groupie. Like, it's giving groupie. This rapper the SoundCloud rapper is like, I'm not going to name drop. Hold on. Is he not younger than me? Like, it's giving 2000s baby. Hold on. How old is that man? Googling. Oh, wow. He's older than I thought. He is. Oh my gosh. He's my mom's age. Oh, his wife just looks really, really young. I just always assumed they were younger. He ain't even a SoundCloud rapper for real. Your mom got a type though. She got a type. I'll tell you that. She got a type. But no, she is acting like a young, hot in the ass little girl right now. Like, come on now. At first, I thought this was just one of her other cryptic postings or delusions that she would tell me about but never show me. But she tried to give whoever is on the other side of that phone my grandmother's number for divorce information. She has never talked to him on the phone. He came to my city recently, but she did not meet him because he does not know her. I'm worried she's going to be giving this man money. So is this a catfish? Like, is there somebody online posing as him? Or does your mom have actual mental health issues going on? Like, what's happening right now? So, oh, okay. So they go on so they talk on Facebook. Yeah, this is a catfish, girl. This is a catfish. This is a catfish. So she is talking to somebody with these pictures, but it's not. Someone needs to call Neve for real. This catfish can't even type coherent sentences, which should have been a dead giveaway. I told my grandma that we should stage an intervention, and she told me she wants to stay out of it. But I'm worried that she might go fly out to see this catfish or give him money if he's already asking for advice on divorce attorneys and stuff. I think he's asking just to get money. I don't think he's really trying to divorce anything. I don't think he's married. I feel like the real celebrity is married. I don't think this dude is married. I think he's just trying to get the bag. You said your auntie got caught up with that mess with an African rapper last year for 6 months. Yeah, they need to start extraditing them. They need to get some time, because I don't know why they think we're just balling over here. Like, our government has money. American people do not. Like, it's crazy. And they said we ain't doing no intervention. That's that hurt. So my grandmother told me not to confront her, but I know it isn't in my morals to just let this happen. Do I confront her? Let it be? Contact Neve? I don't know. Bruh. So she wants to know, should she confront her mother about this damn catfish being a catfish, or just let it be, or contact Neve? Honestly, bro, you said your mom be posting her life. I feel like everybody has something like that, someone like that in their family. And when you clock who that person is in your family that overshares online, you need to assert yourself. I'm telling you. And this is coming from someone who works on social media, who has boomers in their family that love posting everything online. Like when I first started doing content online, I had to put my foot down. Like I have people in my family blocked because they cannot help themselves. Like, you doing too much. Like y'all got to nip those people in the ass. Like don't let them post your full government, your stuff, because they have no type of internet safety at all. At all. Like at all. Or any type of not just internet safety. What is it called? What is the shit that everybody is really fucking up with now? I don't want to say critical thinking because that's just an umbrella term. Media literacy. There we go. There we go. Media literacy. And yes, that as well, a lack of boundaries. Um they just think that it's like their own little pocket of the world when it's like, bruh, everyone can see you. Especially if you vote in the United States, your business is out there. Like, so yeah, if I was you, I would definitely confront my mom. I would know it makes you uncomfortable, but I would be more on top of her Facebook. Like if she doesn't post about you, then fuck it. But if she be posting about you, your siblings, y'all business, your whereabouts, that's a safety precaution. I would step in and be like, yeah, you need an intervention, social media detox, media literacy training, mom. Like we can't be having you over here giving your rent money to some man. And then that dude better be ashamed of himself, bro. So now I see the title. I thought it said "My Mom, the Nigerian Scammer," but they meant it like the prince and the pauper. Like it's like commas. So it's like "My Mom, the Scammer, the White Trash Rapper." Wow, English, amazing. So here's a little update. Okay. And shout out to anybody who made it for the first time in the chat. But basically, here's the update. Okay. I confronted her. Oh my god, so she did confront her. I confronted her and she said that I was jealous of her. Mom. Oh my gosh. I can't. Jealous of what? And then these celebrity men are like so washed. Like washed. And not even like silver fox attractive, like washed. Like sex, love, and rock and roll has been done for a long time for a reason. Girl, nobody ain't jealous of you. So I told her, you're acting like a teenager. These celebrities do not know you. We're not talking right now, but I know that we're going to talk in the future because, you know, Thanksgiving clapback, girl. You got to see these motherfuckers. Oh my gosh. It's just sad to see the woman that raised me all my life become so self-centered and delusional. All she does now is drink and post on social media. Damn, that's a read. Damn. It makes me think that I have a mom like Tokyo Toni, the way she be posting online. Damn. That's what I should have changed the title of this to. My mom is be acting like Tokyo Toni. That should have been the name of the stream. Can I change it? Oh, I can. I'm going to change it right now. Like my mom act like Tokyo Toni. Boom. She need to rock her mom's world for real. Oh, I spelled stories wrong in the title. I'm like, girl, spell check. message. Yeah, let's update that. That's funny. Not funny like haha funny, but funny like I know exactly what you're going through. Like, this is crazy. Talking about my mom act like Tokyo Toni. Shout out to everybody that just got into the chat, by the way. What's up? Anyway, if you do get to reading this, I love your videos so much. Thank you, girl. And you are someone on YouTube who just keeps it real, which is not that much. I try, man. I really try. Stay safe and blessed. And I hope you had a really nice outfit for Halloween. I tried. I had like 2 different outfit changes yesterday. And then by the time night fell, I was just tired. I didn't want to do nothing. But that was my favorite scarecrow that I've done in a long time. So thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I think we can all agree that your mom might be going through like a midlife crisis of some sort, because what the hell? Literally acting like Tokyo Toni. Literally acting like Tokyo Toni. But I agree with the chat. You might have to rock it because, look, I cannot. I don't know what I would. Ooh. My bad, y'all. I don't know what I would do if my mom was cutting up like that. Well, I just told you what I would do, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what I would do if my mom was going full Tokyo Toni on some, you're jealous of me and you're just jealous of me. I would be like, I'm jealous of you. Girl, your life savings is about to be gone. Child, let me know what y'all would do in the comments below if you had a parent who was obviously getting scammed but didn't want to see the light. What would you do? I guess that's a good question. What would you do if they don't want to see the light? Because honestly, my only solution is to love them from afar, for real. I wouldn't say cut off cold freaking turkey, but love them from afar, because if it is what you think, there's going to be a time where they have absolutely nothing because they're going to give this man all their money. You know, unless you want to go full Britney Spears on them, put them under financial conservatorship and be like, my parent is not mentally sound. Like, you're going to have to go through a dark road, you know, like, so you could either do one or two things: love them from afar, let them fall on their own, and be there for them to get them back up. Don't give them any money, set firm boundaries, or you're going to have to go full Britney mode and take control in that way. If you really think that your mom's ways right now is a threat to her own well-being, you know. But let's get into this next story. This one has receipts. Okay. So here, let me make sure. Do I have... Bet. Yeah, we got the receipts still here. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right. So, this one is called I Cut Off My Transphobe Brother. Damn. Not the brother, though. It's like, that's so sad. I hate hearing stories about siblings falling out, because it's like, I know that when your parents are dead and gone, that's going to be all you got. And it's so sad. And I don't know. And I especially hate when, like with that first story we read, where it's like, I'm the favorite type shit. I hate when parents do that too. It's very toxic and it just drives them further apart. Like, I just be feeling bad, man. But let's get into it, y'all. The transphobe brother. Hey, Naja. I'm writing in another story. The first one I wrote in was about how I got... Oh, I remember this. Y'all need to... Ooh, this was a crazy one. They were talking about how they got the herp. And it was a wild ride, child. So basically what happened was they had an encounter. It laid dormant for some years, and they ended up being in a serious relationship, and then it popped back up. But their partner still stuck by them regardless. And that's real. If y'all didn't know, that can happen. It can pop back up. I'm talking like 8 years later, it can pop back up. You never know. They want us to know that their relationship with their girlfriend is still going strong despite all this stuff. But we are going to do a trigger warning just for transphobia, obviously, because that's what this story is about. but the receipts will be censored. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate that. Like you went above and beyond with the censorship. I really appreciate it. That's why I sucked it up and put all the receipts on here, because you did that. So, for context, their girlfriend is trans and their family is homophobic, transphobic, sexist, all that. Oh, well, in that case, remember how I said you shouldn't do the cold turkey? That's when you do cold turkey, because that's too much. That's going against your whole way of life. Like, that's too much. Because not only is your partner a trans woman, but you're also a woman yourself. Like, they're just going too much against your personal grain, your way of living. I don't think it's worth it. But we're gonna call the girlfriend Cassidy, okay? So a year ago, I invited Cassidy to a reunion that my brother's fiance's family was hosting. So it's an extended family event. Ooh, that just gave me the heebie-jeebies. We got an extended family event. Oh my goodness. As you can imagine, things did not go well. We barely talked. My brother, barely talked to Cassidy and was very quiet. Later on, he was telling me that he was embarrassed. He said that my girl, Cassidy, was dressed provocatively and he didn't want his son to see that. Cassidy was wearing a thigh-length skirt with fishnets and a crop top. Is that provocative? A thigh-length skirt, fishnets, and a crop top? Is it just the fishnets and the crop top, you think? Because, you know, them Southern people, they don't make no sense. Like, they will wear pantyhose underneath the long-ass dress, but as soon as you see some pantyhose, it's like a problem, you know? I agree. Someone in the chat, I'm putting the chat on the screen right now. Somebody said that that's low-key kind of perverted. Like, you're over here staring at somebody in that way, talking about, I don't want my son to be enticed. Okay. But yeah, the fishnets and the crop top, I could see how they would be on some like, oh, that's too much, I guess, if they're one of them like conservative types. But you know, because I'm just thinking, like, even me personally, like, okay, right now I'm wearing a long ass skirt. Hold on. Ooh, I can't even get over here. But this is how long my skirt is. But I'm also wearing tights, right? And they have holes in them. And I'm just imagining if this midsection of my outfit was gone. You know, I could see it being like a little too much. But to just completely single somebody out because of what they're wearing and not make any like I don't know what's the word for it, suggestions. Like, me personally, if I knew that this is like a very important event or something and I was one of the girl hosts, like the fiance, your brother's fiance, I would have, you know, that could have been my icebreaker. I could have came up to you and Cassidy and been like, hey girl, I got some darker tights in my closet, like let me put some on you because this is kind of like a little conservative event. I like your outfit though. Like, do you mind? Or get her a jacket. Like, you know, there's little things that you could do if that's really how you get down. Like, I get it. I live in the South. These bitches be bougie as fuck with their little brunches, their white hat affair, their big hat affairs, excuse me. All white attire event. Like, I get it. But I can't help it. It's giving, this was just another reason to single this person out. Because there's all types of solutions. Like, I've been there as a girl, too, where someone in my family come up to me like, oh, this isn't that type of event. Like, here's a little sweater. I'll take the sweater so people could stop fucking looking at me and objectifying me. Like, but I do agree. It just depends on, it just depends on, like, the event and stuff. But I feel like they did this to purposely continue to alienate her because they could have easily gave a solution. So he also said, he also says that she puts the alpha in female. What? Which made me and my girlfriend laugh. Personally, I think my I think my brother finds her attractive and is scared to admit it. Now, I will say, because you did send me a picture of both of you, she is very pretty. Like, she looks naturally, like, her face is naturally feminine. Like, I can tell that this is her on the inside, outside. Like, I can't explain it. Like, she is very pretty. Like, I can see it. And if you guys are brother and sister, that means y'all got some type of similar interest of attraction, right? So, hey, I don't know. It could be projection. Because that's so weird. Like, you just, the whole time you was just staring at her about talking about her outfit. Y'all said, this man's struggling with his sexuality. I think so, too. I think he's having a hard time coming to terms. And he's just trying to find, like, any little thing. Like, well, she was dressed like a slut. Okay. And the fuck? We're grown. Oh, my gosh. My brother went on to say that she was dangerous. And I needs to be careful. Cassidy is a blacksmith, but has never shown any dangers. A blacksmith? What you mean? She be making swords? At first, I let this get into my head and started to rethink the trust I had in my girl. We had talked it out for a while, but my head was racing and I had anxiety for 3 days straight because of it. My brother even did a background check on her, only to find nothing. Yeah, he's really trying to get her out of here. That's crazy. I was very angry when I found out he had told my hateful mother about all this tea. Shout out to Andrew for the follow. Thank you so much for following me on Twitch. I appreciate you. But damn, why he getting the parents involved? He trying to be petty. He trying to be funny. Like, he trying to be funny. I have no contact with the mother, and I specifically told my brother not to let her in on what's going on in my life at all. As soon as I realized how badly he affected me, I was just so upset with him and myself. I told him this, and he begrudgingly apologized, but kept reminding me that I didn't plan things very well. And this is mostly my fault. How? Because you in my business? So I let things be for a while. He later suggests that maybe we could try again and all have dinner together to introduce Cassidy properly. Sounds like an ambush. The sudden change made me suspicious, and I still didn't really trust him, but I wanted so badly for this to be real. This sounds like a family ambush. I be seeing white people do this on TV all the time. It's like, oh yeah, we got a problem with so-and-so, so we're going to invite the whole family to the dinner, make them sit at the table, and then we're going to badger them like the mom in Hereditary. How dare you? How dare you? Like, girl, it's a trap. Don't go. Oh my gosh. Cassidy at this time was reserved about the offer, and I couldn't blame her. I was just glad my brother didn't completely scare her away from being with me, because she don't want to be with him. She want to be with you. Like, what the hell? Yeah, this title is pretty wild. Talk about my mom is Tokyo Toni. I can't do it anymore. Look. I convinced my girlfriend to give my brother a second chance, and she did. Surprisingly, the reintroduction went well. My brother admitted that Cassidy was intelligent, responsible, and capable. I thought, finally, we broke through to him. He's going to open up and let us be a part of his family, right? Aw, that's sad, bro. That's sad. I feel bad because I know what's going on right now. This is my synopsis. You mentioned that you had no contact with your mother and that your people you come from homophobic, sexist, stuff like that. You don't have family the same way. I don't know Cassidy's situation, because not all trans people are rejected by their family, but you do get rejected by a lot of community, and that could be lonely. And I could see how both of you too would be looking for family. And the fact that at the end of that you said, will you just let us be a part of your family, just made me sad, because I know that your brother is also aware of this and he's using that to his advantage. Because this is some shit that liberal people be doing all the time, whether you're white, brown, black, whatever. when they realize they've done something offensive or that could be seen as not with that liberal MO, they'll do stuff like this where they will, oh no, let's make this right. Let's patch it up. Look, we're good people. We don't got problems with you. Look, we had that dinner. It was good. Like, yeah, I feel bad. The reality is you and Cassidy are going to have to create your own family, whether that be friends or whatever y'all decide to do later in life. You know, you guys are going to have to start your own tribe because this is a little too much, you know. But yeah, I don't understand that shit either. I really don't. So now here comes the true tea. He says Cassidy wasn't going to be able to come over while my nephew is so young because it will be difficult to explain to him. The thing with kids is they believe in unicorns and dinosaurs, bro. Like, it's not that hard when a child sees someone in a dress, makeup, like, yo, girl, wear makeup. I don't understand. She has long hair. Not saying if you don't do all those things, you're not, you know, but I don't see how this would be hard to explain at all. I mean, it's not like the little boy has seen anybody pre-transition or anything. Like, he's 5. I don't understand why this is so. That too, they be having little queer kids at the school. I feel like kids be more confused about their peers than the adults around them, because the adults, think about it, it's like the authoritarians, right? So if you tell a kid that's Auntie Cassidy, what the fuck? They're not gonna beef with you and be like, no. Because to them, it makes sense. They're going to go in the world with Auntie Cassidy with the lipstick, the dress, all that shit. It's going to make sense, you know? Look. But nonetheless, I did respect his wishes. And that's all you could do, is his fucking kid, right? That's why I said you got to start your own tribe. You got to start your own tribe, bro. I respected his wishes, thinking we could wait until my nephew got a bit older and his parents have a chance to tell him about all the trans and gay stuff, because that's how my brother presented it. So my nephew's birthday rolls around and my brother just got back from a trip visiting our mom. Everything's fine until he decided to talk to me after my nephew's birthday party. He said I should get married to Cassidy before moving in with her, because that is the correct way to live. He isn't married to his girlfriend, who he's lived with for years and has a 6-year-old son with her too. Okay. What he says next is so out of pocket. I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm going to paraphrase. Let's just say that the brother was obviously talking to their mom about their sex life and came to the conclusion that at the end of the day, they only really like Cassidy because of their anatomy. And this obviously pisses off the person that wrote this in, because they said I'm bisexual, so that really doesn't even make any fucking sense. And I explained that I'm just attracted to her regardless of the gender expression shit, and it's not just because of the body parts. Like, what's up with y'all, man? That shit is so weird, bro. Like, is this not a weirder conversation to have than just explain to somebody that the person in the dress is a girl? Like, ain't that so much easier to do? Like, this is just so weird. And then you obviously nitpicking the Bible, talking about this is the correct way to live. Sir, you're living in wedlock right now. Like, have you looked up your local to see if you're even eligible for a common law marriage at this point? Like, is your mama married, sir? Like, this is why he would have had to go no contact for a little bit himself. He then said Cassidy can't come over until she starts being a man again, because he'll be a hypocrite if he teaches his son a conservative lifestyle, here it go, but still lets a trans woman into the house. I told him I would never ask her to do that. And he said, of course you wouldn't. And I wouldn't ask you to, because I bet you in 10 years, Cassidy is going to go back to being a man. If that's the case, then why does it matter? Like, let's play devil's advocate. If you really think that Cassidy's going to detransition in 10 years, which is their business, emphasis on their business, why would it matter? Why would it matter? What would change in this situation? I'll admit, I started to fawn as a response, and I just nodded my head and avoided an argument because I was in his house under his roof. And that's when I would have fucking left. Like, I would have left. I wouldn't have sat there and ate that shit, man. Fuck that guy. I left the next day because I didn't want to cause a scene in front of his family and ruin my nephew's birthday. Well, he made his son's birthday all about you and your partner, which is weird. Like, later, I messaged him and told him how I really felt when I was in the safety of my own home. I basically told him that if my girlfriend can't sit at the table during holidays, then neither will I. It's just as hypocritical for him to invite a bisexual person in his home as it is for him to invite a transgender woman. And this is why I vibe so heavy with trans girls, because I just, as a bi girl, I just relate so much to where we look passable on the outside. You know, we can slither through these hetero cracks and shit, but you still gotta fucking deal with people saying slurs. You still gotta deal with people, you know, doing all this shit just because you can slither through the cracks, right? When it's like, in the end of the day, bro, if you're gonna be homophobic, all that shit, you can't do that in front of me, bro. Like, I'm not about to be, no, I'm just not going to. But here are the receipts. Let's get into these receipts. Hold on, that's the receipt from yesterday. Where's it at? Damn, where my thing at, girl? Is it this one? There it go. Here, I'll put y'all chat on here too. All right. Let's get into these receipts. He's talking about, can you please call me and tell me this? No. I can't. Because you have no idea how much this hurts. I have had nothing else to give to you. So that's the brother talking about, you don't know how much this hurts? Boy, bye. She said, you have no idea how much it hurts me and Cassidy. Years hearing homophobic shit from the family and dealing with it. You're my last family member I have, and I've tried for years to come to talk to you and see if you would come around. Trying to wait for the day you wake up and realize mom don't give a fuck about us. That's T. And she's never going to change. She's never going to be the loving mom she's supposed to be. He said, well, thanks for not being fake for once, I guess. Did me just like mom. You're heartless. Oh, so we can add mommy issues to your brother's mix. So yeah, just like I thought, the mom in this scenario is playing puppet master, and she's jealous of your brother for still having a relationship with you, and she triangulates with your brother to get intel on you. And I know you love him, but your brother is a op. He's a op. He's the golden child, and your mother is spinning her web and getting what she wants. Like, even the fact that he's comparing you to your mother, that's a mother wound right there, bro. He talking about, I gave you so many chances, bro. I wish you would say this to me so I know it's actually you. You have no idea how ungrateful you just did. And then they sent him a voicemail. I don't owe you lifelong loyalty. You hurt me and I leave. That's how it goes for everyone, including family. And then you gonna misgender wow, yeah. Cute. I told you, and then he talking about, I told you you would alienate me. What? Hold on, did something more happen? Oh, this is the next day. Hold on, y'all. There's more. So the next day, they found a screenshot on Facebook. Do I have it up here? Oh, it's right here. So Cassidy got a message on Facebook the next day, right? Child. Ooh. Oh, he trying it. Hold on, y'all. He trying it. Let me zoom in. Girl, he trying it. I saw through you since day one is wild. What the fuck? I saw through you since day one is wild. Tell me how you really feel. Wow. You are a narcissistic parasite trying to latch onto someone who just wants an authentic human being. She will get a clue sooner than later. Prove me wrong. Oh, wow. Dude, it's nothing to do with how you want to dress or who you want to be. I could care less. It's the fact you're a psychopathic freak. I don't like that word. With more alter egos than I can understand. I've been around the block enough to know a psycho when I see one. Yeah, because your mama's a psycho. Ooh, I would have made this nigga cry. What the fuck? I knew you would try to play your differences off to alienate her from her family. I probably have more gay friends than you do. You probably do. You're giving Grindr vibes. Like your ass be lurking on Grindr, and you're scared that if Cassidy isn't as faithful as they say they are, and they're attracted and they're by themselves and they're attracted to men as well, that you gonna get caught on fucking Grindr. That's what it's giving. That you're scared you're about to get caught on fucking Grindr. Like when I tell you that man would have been so fucking blocked. He would have been so fucking blocked. And what is this last one right here? What does it say? I told you you would alienate me. I don't appreciate the fake acceptance because you say you're okay with me and Cassidy, but then proceed to say disrespectful things. You say we should live the right way by getting married before moving in, even though you yourself are not married and living with that harlot. You want to preach a conservative lifestyle, but you don't even live that way. I absolutely tried to tell you this would happen. No, what you got to say to that? What do you have to say to that? What type of new age Christianity is this? Okay. If you can't accept Cassidy around during the holidays, then I am no different. I shouldn't be around either. And that's on that. Honestly, y'all. I feel the same way. And I'm sorry they had to go through that. This dude is so ugly. Like, you said maybe I'm just a hood rat, but that house would have some holes in it. No, for real. Because who the fuck are you talking to? You really think you somebody daddy? Girl. A damn shame. A damn shame. We both found it hilarious, though, that he was using so many buzzwords to try to make her the villain. No, for real. Like, needless to say, I'm done with my family, and I'm glad my girlfriend is still with me through all these difficult times. I love her more than anything, and nobody could get in between us. Writing this all out made me realize how much I put both of us through just to hang on to that last little measly family member. Yeah, like if they're not willing to do the work to change and they don't see why you went no contact, there really is no point in keeping that around. Like, unfortunately, birds of a feather do flock together. And when you go no contact, they get mad. They get angry. Like, they're not emotionally regulated, emotionally mature enough to come to their own and realize, oh, it's what I'm doing, you know? And if you have somebody like your brother who has been programmed from a young age that this is the right way, he can do no wrong, you're the, like, nah, bruh. I'm glad I finally let go so I could focus on things that will help us move forward. And this is what we look like. Yes, I love to see it. There's this thing I always see online where they're like, whenever it's a relationship with a trans girl and a cis girl, y'all always end up looking like the same. Like, y'all look very similar. Like, y'all got the same vibe, the same hair color. Like, y'all look very pretty. Love to see it. But yeah, the brother's a fucking hating ass bitch. The mama's a hating ass bitch. And I would leave they ass where the fuck they at. Like, honestly, truly, I would leave them where they're at. Life is too short. Build your own tribe, make your own family, have Friendsgiving, you know, have a secret Santa with your friends on Christmas. Like, I know it sucks because you have a nephew and everything, but imagine how much worse it would be for your nephew to see your dad or his dad behaving in that way towards a trans person. How do you think that would make them develop over time? Whereas if you just let them go out into the world, have their own experiences, because, you know, we've all been told stuff growing up that is our parents' belief. Then we go outside and we realize, you know, what's really going on. That baby's going to want answers. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. But my final verdict, and I think we could all freaking agree, you need to let that man go. Brother. Maybe he'll stay to his word and hit you up in what? You said your nephew is 6? Yeah, maybe he'll hit you up in 6 more years. Like, fuck that guy. I wouldn't hold my breath. Like I said, I would go and do my own thing. But let's get on to this next story. This one is super, super short. So I'm just going to read it. Oh my God. I'm going to read it real quick. And then I'm going to put up the chat and we're going to talk about it. So, hey, Naja. Hey, friend. I originally emailed you just for an opinion, but I noticed you're not saying any names and stories. So I don't mind you reading this. And I would love to hear the tribe's opinion. So for starters, I am an Aquarius. Shout out to all the Aquarius in the chat. Okay. And this is about a person in my family has been dating this particular guy for years. He does not show up for holidays, and we don't really know him at all. Ooh, it's giving narc. I know that's a very overused term on the internet, but I told you, like, narcissists are very black and white, simple people. Like, they're very sad people, actually. It's very sad. And they're very easy to figure out if you have your antennas on. And they do not like anything that does not have to do with them. So any holidays, they don't like holidays. Any birthday that's not theirs, they don't like it. Any type of celebration, they'll ruin it. And what more awkward of a way to ruin the holidays than to not show up to your long-term partner's house like every fucking year? It's either that or they're married. It's either that or they're fucking married and they got another family they need to tend to. So yeah, they said this man don't show up for holidays or anything, and we do not know him at all. I don't even know if my family member has even met any of his friends. Oh, hell no. I understand that he has a job that's not flexible because let's just say his job is essential. Let's just say that. He has an essential job. They told me what it really is, but I'm not going to say too much. I just find it wild that they have been together for so long, yet the family does not know him. They have been together for 3 years or so. Isn't that strange? Am I tripping? I feel like we should know at least his family by now and vice versa. 3 years, girl? You should know his family, girl? I don't know. I don't think he's a bad person. Just he seems to be a waste of time to me. Also, he has lied about multiple things. I just can't even. Tribe, what do y'all think? By the way, both people are grown, and he is a Scorpio. All I know is my Aquarius senses are tingling, and he is just showing me that he is a waste. So let's get on in on this. I agree with Anaya. Someone in your family needs to do a background check on this man. You need to get his first, his last name, the city he lives in, figure out where he was born. Like, you need to do a background test. You can do it online for free. Certain places like in Florida, you can go online and check the clerk's office. Like, you need to check if this man's been to jail. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, somebody in your family need to do their due diligence on his ass, because me personally, I don't think it's a big deal if it's been 3 years and both of the families haven't met. I personally feel like both of the families should not be meeting until you guys are tying the knot, because technically you are still courting, you're still dating. I don't care if you living with each other, child. If there is no ring on your finger, your family should not be intermingling. It's a waste of energy. It's embarrassing when shit goes wrong. Save yourself the fucking embarrassment. So I get that. But what isn't normal is for the partner to not establish their own relationship with your family. This dude is making it a point to not be there. He is living a double life for real. Like, something's weird. Like, something's off. So let's break down what you said. You said, so his job, he's an essential worker, and the type of job that he doing, they be married a lot of the times. There's too many benefits. They're usually married, right? And if not married, usually they're divorced. Like, this is the type of field where you're rarely single. And if you are, it's because you've had a divorce, right? They've been together 3 years, no meeting the family by now, and vice versa. So has she went over to his house for any holidays or what? And no, it's not the army, y'all. It's nothing serious like that, but it is an essential worker. And I have never seen a single, and if they are single, it's like, oh yeah, I've been recently divorced. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't foresee. And then these people, their personalities are usually like gung-ho too. Like, so it's really weird, bro. Something's off. And then you say he's a Scorpio. If he's a Scorpio and you say they grown, and he's in his second phase of life doing that job, most likely divorced, most likely already got kids. Yeah, bro. He probably still either fucking with a baby mama, still married, or there's just nothing good that's going to come of this. This is nothing good coming to this. Thank you, all things charming. That's the type of field I'm talking about. Like, think of doctors. Like, you rarely ever see even young doctors get engaged in medical school type shit. Like, those type of fields, like essential. I think essential workers during the pandemic type of thing. Like, and I'm not talking about Mickey D's, girl. Like, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, like, it's given you're grown, and yes, talking about he a Scorpio, get that background check now. Yeah, get you a background check, friend. And I would just bring it to the next Thanksgiving, a stack of papers. It's not like he gonna fucking be there. And like, this is why you need to stop wasting the good years of your life. Because even if she's 40 something, like, you could still be 49 and fine, 55 and fine. You get what I'm saying? You could pull some shit, but you wasting your time with this Dusty. And I bet you be right on time when he be hitting you up at night. But he can't be on time to fucking look. They talking about just leaving on the table if you find something. That's how I feel too. I think that's the last verdict. Go do a background check. It's very easy, especially if you live in a state where you can go on like the CORE, the county clerk website, and all that shit. You said, bro, I have dreamed of exposing someone like this. Y'all so fucking messy. But no, for real, get that done. Because yeah, that's important. But I'm gonna get into this next one. If you guys have any more advice, please let them know. But yeah, this is the one that I've been trying to read for some bit, and I'll be like, damn, is this about to be sad? This gonna make me mad. Like, and it's about the dad who's the alkie. You can't have no alkie at the motherfucking function, bro. Like, especially when it's holiday season. Like, you can go all year round. Like, okay, the alkie dad got lit on St. Patrick's Day. Then he got lit during the spring, April Fools. Then he got lit on Mother's Day, thinking about his mama. Then he got lit on June and Father's Day because he a deadbeat and he's mad at himself. Then he got lit on July 4th because it's America's birthday. Then he got lit in August because he was sad there was no holidays. Then he got lit in September because of 9/11. Then he got lit in October just because it's Halloween. We're tired of him. He been drunk all year. So now we're at the time of the year where Thanksgiving, you come together. Christmas you come together, and then you finally disperse from your family and go drink like a lunatic on New Year's. No, we're done with you. You've been drinking like a lunatic all fucking year. Period. So yeah, it's not cute. So this might be a little bit long because this has been an issue for years, and I am just so tired of this shit. I am so tired of this shit. This has been a problem since I was a toddler. I remember for years, my little naive and innocent self would be the only one that wanted to talk to my dad while he was just drunk as hell, not even knowing. That'd be the worst thing too. It's like, you don't think these kids gonna remember your stank ass drunk breath? Like, bruh. So this somewhat starts around when I was like 9 at the end of 5th grade. And here's a little backstory on my fam. My dad went to prison. Prison. My dad went to prison when I was in pre-K. I was never sure for what, but I just went with the flow. Girl, you better look him up. Girl, I looked up my dad's criminal record. I needed to know. Girl, you better look that up. Because some stuff will pass on to your kids and shit. Like, you need to know. You need to know certain stuff. Prison? Now, my daddy didn't go to prison. He went to jail a few times. Prison? Oh, my God. Once he was finally out and on parole, my dad seemed to be on a good path. He went to church. My grandmother set him up with one of her friends. Oh, like a little girlfriend. Okay. And she became my stepmom when the two of them, and they had a small little wedding. That's cute. I ended up moving in with my dad and my stepmom since my mother thought it was fit, since I was exhibiting bad behavior. Oh, hell no. Not mama pawned you off. I was messing with boys. Messing with boys. How old were you? He was finally once he was finally out on parole. Oh, I don't know how old you were, but you said you was messing with the boys, you was fighting, and you were bullying kids. Oh my gosh. To my credit, my behavior calmed down greatly, but this thing seemed to be normal. But I remember being woken up by the sounds of him and my stepmom arguing. Oh, she was 9. She said she was 9 years old. Me being a naive 9-year-old, I never knew exactly why until my older brother started to put me on game. At some point, my dad was meant to be in rehab. Yep, because he's on parole. My older brother showed me a Snapchat video of this man at the club getting drunk. Girl, your brother is plotting on getting sent somewhere else. Because me as an older sibling, bro, I already know what he doing. He's like, bro, I am collecting receipts. Because what? You at the club? This is when I realized that there's a problem, because he'll be in our face telling us how much he's getting better and making it seem to everyone that he's working on his problem, all while you getting drunk and coming into the house in front of us smelling like alcohol. Not you said her bullying people, low-key. You was at school bullying the kid. Give me that lunchbox. Give me your graham cracker, bitch. While he was married, I saw him texting other women. Oh, so he's just a bad dude. He's just a bad partner. He's just a bad partner in general. He's just a very selfish man. I oversaw him texting another woman over his shoulder. I wasn't looking on purpose, but I saw it. Time went by, and he and my stepmom eventually divorced. Damn. I moved back to Texas with my mom and brother, but we ended up moving to New York, and my family, including my mother, baby brother, dad, everybody, just all moved in together. Hold the fuck up. My mother, baby brother. So somebody just had a child, whether it's your mom or your dad, someone just had a child. What the fuck? Grandmother's husband, older brother, my mom's boyfriend, all moved in together. Dad was living in the basement. So dad is divorced. but slipped a baby in your mama, bruh? Hold on. Friend, where did the baby brother come from? So your mom let him hit again? Not you said y'all Hispanic? No, for real. That's the origin story too. That's not even about to lie to you, bro. That's pretty much how that shit be going. It's like, well, we already got kids anyway. That's so sad. I just made that connection. Bruh, that is so true. Because, bruh, my little brother wouldn't be here if they... Oh my God. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all are funny as hell in the chat. Oh man. He got her ass. Daddy living in the basement while everybody lives upstairs because he was still on his bullshit, coming in drunk. But hey, at the time he did have a job and he couldn't even resist a drink when he and I were meant to be having father-daughter day. Damn. Later on, when I was in 8th grade, he introduced me to my current stepmother. Does this stepmother know that he live in his baby mama basement? Because I'm sure. Well, I mean, the standards are probably in hell because this man is a pissy ass drunk, but damn. He introduced me to my current stepmother, and she's literally like a second mother to me. That's what's up. I'm glad you got some type of positive adults around. Like, damn. She is so special, and she literally bends over backwards to make me happy. Her and I are both Aquarius, and we get along. So I was hopeful this would be the woman that would make my dad want to be better. That's not how it works. Women do not make men want to be better. They have to want to be better themselves, girl. That's how it works. One day, I thought it would make him be better and they would live happily ever after. But boy, was I fucking wrong. I used to keep cash in a little jar in my room. Oh no. Since my grandmother gave me a weekly allowance and he would be asking me for money. Yes, a 14-year-old. He was asking me for money. Keep in mind, I said that he had a job at the time, right? But now that I know what I know, he most likely was asking me for cash so he could blow it on liquor. Right. Exactly. The arguments got so bad because of his alcohol problem that I got to a point where I literally would be telling my stepmom she needs to leave him. I'm telling the stepmom that she needs to leave him. But she never listened and still does not listen currently. Oh, so she's still with him to this day. That's wild. Fast forward to more recently. My grandmother moved to a bigger apartment where it's her husband, me, and my dad's grown ass. So your mom left with the smaller kid, and your older brother, I'm sure, just aged out the house. So it's just you, the grandmother, her husband, and your daddy. Wow. Once again, he had a job for a bit, which seemed to be going in the well. He still came in drunk and argumentative almost every weekend, but at least he had a job, so it wasn't as much during the week. Then, for some reason, he stopped working. I think because of a back injury. Bruh, I swear, people in prison love talking about they done broke their back on the job and shit, girl. Don't believe him. It would be understanding if he didn't blow his unemployment checks on partying and drinking. His back didn't hurt too much to go hit them streets. Oh my God, but it hurt too much to work and provide. Bruh, she eating his ass up. My grandmother would be working, to pay the rent with her hurt knee and made no excuses. Oh, hell no. What's Pop Pop doing? Oh, Grandpa George acting ass. Why isn't Pop Pop working? You got grandma working with a busted up knee? Like, damn. No, and I do feel bad because y'all are saying I feel bad. Like, when you do have addicts as a parent, it's hard. One of my parents had addiction, but I did not live with them. I didn't grow up with them because of it. And I've had little blips where, bro, I feel like I told the story so many freaking times, bro. Oh my God. I mean, this is my truth. This is my story. This is my truth. If somebody wants to get mad, we could talk about it. It is what it is. Because I know this is about to be on YouTube. So if you want to hit me up about it, you can hit me up about it. It's all love. But this is my life. This is my truth. My dad definitely tried to take me and my stepbrother and my stepsister and my brother to the zoo all day, telling us we about to go to the zoo. All day telling us we about to go to the zoo. And I'm not going to tell you what my dad's drug of choice was, but looking back now, I know he was on that shit, and he told us he was gonna take us to the zoo all fucking day, bitch. This man, oh my God, this is some baser shit, right? This shit is so embarrassing. This man hopped on a bike, bro. Oh my God, this man hopped on a bike with like our zoo money and the money for the bus to go to the zoo, go to the Bronx Zoo. He went on a bike like, oh my God. I vividly remember this is the first time I got the ick from my dad, because I was like, oh my God, my dad is a baser. My dad was on the bike, girl. My dad was on the bike and he hit his little spot. He got what he wanted to get. He left us just playing in front of the house type shit. And he dipped and he came back and he was in a good mood, but he told us straight up, oh yeah, we're not going to the zoo no more. Mind you, I'm the same age as her. I'm like 9. I'm like, what do you mean we're going to the zoo? Like, because me and my stepsister, we're around the same age. I think I'm only like a year older than her. And so we're big sis, right? And we both got our little brothers. So we peeping what's going on. We're like, so what happened to the zoo money? Like, where did it go? You know, smoked up the zoo money. So, like, I do get it. Like, I couldn't imagine actually living, you know, with that, because that shit used to hurt my little heart, bro. Like, that shit used to hurt my little heart. So I couldn't imagine, like, you think you're about to go and have a daddy-daughter day and your dad is blackout drunk at the Fridays. Like, damn, bro. I would feel bad. I would feel bad too. But yeah, I do empathize with people that have addicts as parents, because it's like you really have to be a parentified child. You got to step up. You got to be responsible. Because what do you think me and my stepsister were doing that whole time my dad was riding that bike? We were taking care of our brothers, making sure they wasn't in the street, making sure nobody was going to snatch them, you know, like, so it does suck. You have to be parentified. Look at her. She is very aware of who pays what bill, who does what job. And at this point in the story, she's only like 17-ish, teenager-ish, you know, like, so yeah, it be tough, right? It be tough, man. It be tough. Y'all gotta leave. When you have kids, leave that dope alone. Leave it alone. Like, have you not had enough fun yet? Like, leave it alone, bruh. Oh my gosh. She says, one night, I was woken up again by arguing, and my dad tried to come to the door and talk to me after my stepmom and grandmother dismissed him and didn't want to hear his BS anymore. At this point, I was effing over his shit. I was tired. I'm convinced this motherfucker really thought that I was stupid. Bro, that shit really be making you mad, bro. But when you get older, you understand, like, that wasn't the real them, bruh. That was the drugs. Like, that wasn't the real them. Like, this is not your dad for real, bruh. He is sick. Like, that man is sick. But I know that shit be getting so, it makes you angry, because it's like, why can't you just snap out of that shit? But they can't. They can't, bro. It's sad. He talk about some, talk to me when you, oh no, she said this. He came to the door talking about, I love you so much. You're my little baby. Talking to his daughter, right? Girl. She said, Dad, do not talk. I don't talk to drunk people, period. I will talk to you when you're sober, and I'm not doing this anymore. And he tried to butt in and continue talking, but I stopped him again, and I was like, no, go to bed. I'm not talking to you. I will talk to you when you're sober. So he gonna give me this foolish, drunken puppy dog look, talking about, you're just like the rest of them. And I would have been like, well, maybe everyone else is right and you're not, because I would have been like, bro, you made me, and I'm telling you about yourself right now. So I rolled my eyes, closed my door, and went back to bed since it was 2 a.m. and I had Zoom classes in the morning. Before I could fall asleep, though, I could hear this man in the hallway ranting about how I'm brainwashed. And I was starting to be more vocal about how I feel just because I was starting to be more vocal about how I feel. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Girl, I need to hurry up and get my book out because because that is so true. As soon as, and it doesn't have to just be addicts, but like some dads, oh my God, and they have daughters and they realize my daughter has an organic, original opinion that has nothing to do with my misogynistic programming. Yes. Yes. Girls are humans too. It's sad that a lot of men have to have daughters in order to realize, oh my God, women have thoughts. Like, bruh. Anyway, I'm sorry if this is all over the place. Oh, and he in his room listening to dramatic music like a teenager. Okay. Sure, Jan. So I left out some details because it will probably be a book. Girl, you need to write a book. And you are very brave. You are a very like assertive young lady for sure. She says, I'm scared that I'm going to lose a lot of the important people in my life because of his actions. Since my brother, grandmother, and stepmom all tried to get through to him, and I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of biting my tongue. But at the same time, I'm sure it's just going to be in one ear and out the other since he defend a bottle of Henny before listening to his daughter. So, Tribe, I want to know if I should intervene and try to talk to him. Because at the end of the day, I love my dad a lot. And when he's sober, he's a very thoughtful and kind man. But the alcohol is pushing me further and further away from wanting to be around him. I'm about to graduate this year and I just don't got the time. I'm trying to leave the nest without any baggage or tension. But at the same time, I have my own shit to worry about. Thank you for reading if you do. And I'd greatly appreciate your help. So, y'all, for one, I feel so bad because there's really nothing you can do. And I'm sure you know this by now because you sent me this some time ago. I know by now you're aware, like, there's really nothing that you can do to change him. He's most likely been this way before you were born. He has to want to change himself. And unfortunately, it seems like everybody is just willing to save his ass. Even people on your mom's side of the family are willing to save his ass by housing him, putting him in the basement. Girl, what? Taking care of his kids, feeding his kids, clothing his kids. If anything, he has to hit this is his battle and his fight, and he's going to have to hit some sort of rock bottom. And by you guys constantly giving him a place to live, giving him ultimatums, it's not going to work. But I also will say standing up for yourself and your boundaries is awesome, but be careful because sometimes this shit makes you so resentful, so angry that you end up being a bully to your own parent, and you could drive them into a depression, like to where they really just feel like this shit ain't even worth it no more. Like, so I wouldn't go full, because it happens. I've never done it. But I be seeing the little kids on intervention like snapping on their parents like, oh my God, you're so fucking sloppy. Ugh, I can't stand it. Like, bruh, chill. Because technically that voice is their voice. Like, remember how I told you your inner critic is your mother's voice or your father's voice in your head, right? So if your child that you created is yelling at you, you're sloppy, you're late, that is you. That is your voice. That is your judgment. Literally getting projected back at you. Like, he needs therapy and you're not a therapist. And I guarantee you, he loves you more than anything in the world. He loves your brothers more than anything in the world. And y'all aren't even enough. And that hurts, but it's real. It's real. And then he's been doing this for so long. 30 years, it sounds like. He's been an alcoholic. At least 25 to 30 years he's been an alcoholic. Functioning alcoholic. Yeah, I don't know, friend. So here's a little update. That she said that finally the straw broke the camel's back happened. So I am writing this right after he had another outburst with my stepmom. And this is the new stepmom that he get along with. Or she gets along with. I was about to get up and get ready for school when I heard them arguing. The part that really set me off was when I heard her say that he puts his hands on her. Oh, one thing I do not mess with is abuse. I saw my mom go through that shit with my little brother's dad. Okay, so the mama had a new boyfriend. I was about to say, damn, you let the drunk daddy hit again for the third time? Okay. So there's another, your mom has two baby daddies, not one. Okay. And she witnessed the abuse and everything, and she was just young and scared, so she reached her breaking point. I came out of my room and I started yelling at him because he really lost his goddamn mind. I told him, I do not know who you are not my dad. And he got so upset that he slammed the door in me and my grandmother's face. And that is another thing that hurts. The older you get and the more you assert your voice as a woman, when you have a parent like this, a father like this, bruh, you can butt heads, like, especially if your whole life you just wanted to be and this happens a lot with people who have addicts as parents, specifically alcoholics, because you don't want to ruffle feathers, you stepping on eggshells and stuff, right? You end up fawning, you end up just being a people pleaser, telling people what they want to hear, and as soon as you say no, it's like you never said yes, and then that fucking addict, that demon, that disease come out. Not your dad, that disease come out. Like, I guarantee you, your dad at one point said, oh, I have a daughter, I would never put my hands on a woman. Look at him. That disease got him beating up his wife. That disease got him slamming the door in his daughter's face. It's wild. So, remember, Naja, this is when I'm trying to get ready to go to class. He doing all this. When I tell you I was so heated, especially because I know if this stupid bitch saw someone else treating exactly if he saw someone else treating me this way, he would want to kill them. Exactly. That's that toxic machismo bullshit. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, Fonsway, for the follow. That's so funny. I was just saying fawning, and then there you go. Thank you so much. All these years I tried to speak nicely to him, but I was just over it. Like, how are you almost 40 and your ass can't control your own emotions because you're freaking drunk and you don't know how to stop? This whole blow up happened because he saw my stepmom reply to a photo of her ex-boyfriend's brother's kids. Her ex-boyfriend's brother's kids with hard eyes, which he replied, thanks, sis. I mean, she probably has a relationship with the children. And she can't control what the man said in response. Like, because he called her sis. I mean, at one point, that was his sister-in-law. I don't know what the fuck he was supposed to say. So he threw my stepmom's phone at her, broke the mirror. Broke what? Oh, hell nah. I would have called the police on his ass. I would have made a report with her. Like, damn, you can't even say hey to the babies no more? Nah, for real. She said, Naja, I don't know if this is messed up, but I'm ready to cut my dad off. I would. Because it seems like everyone else is slowly backing off from him. He needs to reach rock bottom. I'm getting ready to move out the house next year and go to another college, and I don't have time to deal with a big-ass baby. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just so freaking pissed at him because I was hoping I'd be able to send this update saying he improved because he actually did, but no. Sure, he got a job, and we were all so proud of him, but this shit just got too out of hand. He plays the victim all day and doesn't take a moment to think that everything is his fault. I'm so sick of this. He sits here, takes advantage of someone that genuinely loves him, does everything for him. Even during the fight, I saw there were pieces of paper taped around the room saying, I love you. My stepmom told me she just put that up for him before this happened, and that just broke my heart. She loves him so much, but he doesn't give her anything but stress, anxiety, and pain. I don't know. It just really sucks because I feel like I need to apologize to her on his behalf. I'm probably rambling, but I just had to get this off my chest. Thanks for listening. Girl. Girl. You have to take care of you. I hope that by the time this gets back to you and I'm reading this, that you are in college, you're living in a dorm, you're not living in this hellhole anymore, you know, like this has nothing to do with you. There is nothing you can do. Literally. You can't get your dad to stop drinking because that's his choice. And you can't convince the stepmom to leave him alone because shit, you could just see how it is with your own peers, how hard that is to get your friend to leave that ain't shit ass dude alone. Like it's she has to come to her own senses of I deserve more than this. The way you looked around the room and was like, damn, she be leaving him I love you notes and all this shit. She deserves more. She has to come to that conclusion for herself. There's really nothing you could do. If you really like her, you can keep in contact with her. But I wouldn't go full trauma bond and like insert yourself into this relationship. Because the longer you stay there, you're gonna end up being in a police report. You know that, right? And he's an ex-con. So what I'm scared of happening is that he does something to her and she doesn't call the cops because she doesn't want him to get in trouble, and it escalates to him taking her fucking life because it doesn't seem like he got much to live for. So yeah, if I were you, I would definitely cut him off. If he's not, you have to set a boundary of if you're not sober, we're not talking. If you're not sober, we're not in contact. Okay? It don't work. But we're about to start a new story, so don't worry. We're about to start a new story if you just joined in. But yeah, if y'all have any more advice for them, leave it below. But I just feel like you should go no contact if they're not sober because it's just not beneficial for anybody. Like, I don't know. And then when you want to take the next phase in life, like you graduate, you walk across the stage, you have a drunk ass daddy, like, come on now. It's come to the point where you're going to have to tell him straight up, like, don't you think I deserve more than having a drunk ass dad? Like, that's the reality check he needs for real. If he ever wants to, why don't you talk to me no more? Why don't you want to? Because I deserve more than that. And so do you. But I'm waiting on you to recognize, you know. But hey. All right. So this is going to be the last one that I'm reading. Oh, wait. No, that was the one that I just read was the last family Thanksgiving clapback-esque story. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to end this off with a scary story that I did not get to yesterday. So I'm just going to read it today. And yeah, I'm going to just get on into it. Ooh, and I know who this person is. Your Instagram looks very familiar. But I'm going to get into it because it's a little bit long. But this is a spooky story. Okay, it's a spooky story. So you've been warned. Let's see. So first off, I just want to say I have been fucking with you for the longest. Ever since I was in high school, and now I am a college graduate, a wife, and a mother. Congratulations. That is so crazy. I'm glad I could follow you throughout all your phases of life and that I was able to evolve with you. They said they never miss any of my videos and play my tribe teas while they do chores. Thank you so much. I never tune into the lives, but I never miss the videos. So, well, hey, if you're watching this after the live, hey girl, how are you? Anyways, I want to say you're super cool and amazing. Keep doing what you do. Thank you, boo. It is currently 10:40 p.m. and I remember that today was the last day to send in my scary story. So hopefully I make it into the video. I waited last minute because I was debating whether I should cuss because I'm so shy. I cuss a little. Probably fuck. Oh my goodness. So now on to my scary stories. I'll be telling you 3 because they're short, and they are short, guys. Don't worry. So to begin with, scary things started happening in my life ever since my younger brother, who is now 18, was about 3 or 4 years old. We had moved into a new house. I was about 9 years old, and my brother, like I said, was around 3. This house was structured so weird and gave me weird vibes. It all started when one day we were chilling in the dining room laughing, talking, and my little brother shuts us up and was like, shh, be quiet or someone is going to kill us. Okay. Me and my parents and my aunt were all like, what the fuck? And ignored him. Oh, see, I don't be playing about that shit. I would have picked that baby up and walked to the next room. I'm not about to play. Next thing you know, the curtain from the window above the sink started to move. The window was closed. There's no way it was like a breeze or anything. That freaked us out. And we slowly just left the dining room. Since that night, my brother began talking to an imaginary friend, which we knew kids had, but me and my mom started noticing toy cars would move with him when he was playing, and he would talk as if there was legit someone there. One time in that same house, I was sleeping in the living room with my aunt because us Mexican families keep the whole family living with us. So we had my cousins and my parents taking up 2 rooms, and my aunt was sleeping in the living room. So this one night, I really needed to go pee, but was scared. And when I heard and saw my mom leave her room and walk down the hall to the restroom. So I happily got up and ran after my mom. I saw her go into the restroom and open the door lights and all. And when I opened the door, lights were off. When I opened the door, the lights were off and no one was in there. So you visibly saw your mom walk into the bathroom and then disappear. I ran back to bed so freaking scared. I also forgot to mention the restroom was just as big as a living room, all for just a toilet, a small sink, and a stand-up shower. It was enormous for no reason, and it kind of made it creepy on its own. One last thing I remember that happened there was my baby brother at the time was sleeping on the bed, and I slept in the living room, but there was a window next to the bed aligned with it. And this one day, my mom left him laying down, and somehow he rolled over, flew out the window, and right below it was a bush of thorns. And when my mom ran outside to get him, he was all the way on the grass area, scratches free. The way it was just a bunch of roses with thorns, my baby brother somehow managed to get all the way to the grass area, which is impossible. What? So the ghost threw the baby out the window? What in the for color girls is going on? They threw your brother out the window? Friend. This is concerning. That baby could have died. You could have been an orphan. They said we moved 2 houses after this. That's what I'm saying. And they helped him to safety. It's wild. We moved 2 houses after this, and small things will happen. But one thing I will never forget, and I think it's crazy, is when my 3-year-old brother, who was now 9, and now I was around 15, we stayed home one day, and my parents, along with other brothers, went to Walmart. This day, my brother went to shower, and I had to wash dishes. In this house, if you turned on the sink water and someone was showering, they would get cold water because it fucked with the pipes. I've lived in a spot like that before. So I had to wait until they finished showering to wash dishes. My house was the kitchen. Okay, so how the house is set up, it's the kitchen, and then you pass the kitchen to get to the laundry room. And that laundry room had a back door that led you to the backyard. Girl, did you you lived in the Northeast? Because I used to live in a spot like this, like just like this. The laundry was also the boiler room. Same, girl. The laundry was also the boiler, and the boiler was loud, so we could hear when the water was running. So I'm waiting in the kitchen, and I hear the boiler crack, and the pipe stopped running, so I knew my brother had finished showering. So I started washing dishes. Then 2 minutes later, sure enough, I hear my brother's big-ass steps, and I turned and saw him coming towards me. He looked down and looked mad, and I was like, "You're finally done, huh?" And he kept walking mad, and I couldn't figure out why. 3 minutes passed, and I didn't see him come back. And I turned the water off and go check. I'm like, maybe he's outside. But the door was locked from both locks from the inside, so he couldn't have gone out. I listen, and I hear the boiler pipes running. And I'm like, what the hell? He's showering again? Shout out to XXI Gaming for the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But I take it he was never showering the first time, was he? I take it he was just chilling and waiting to get his shower started, and then you started doing that. So the ghost messing with the water. So he finished showering and he gets dressed, and I didn't know what it was about, but I looked at him and it wasn't him. He looked like the same brother. But what? Hold on. I need to read this over. Did I just skip a few chapters? Like what? Shout out to Banksy for the follow. Thank you so much. So let me read this back. So I'm like, who the fuck is showering again? And I go and I open the door and I'm like, dude, you're showering again? And he's like, what do you mean? I never finished. I've been here and I haven't left. What? So you saw, the person you saw was not your brother in the first person. So he was in the shower the whole time. And whoever you saw was not really your brother. I was shook to my core. I was so scared. I immediately got goosebumps and told him what happened, and we were both scared. And I even stayed inside the restroom because I was scared to go out until he was done showering. Of course, I had to leave so he could get dressed, but still, I don't know what that was, but it did look like him, but it wasn't him. Right? Talking about y'all being cursed by Mystique, the ghost. I don't know if he has a sixth sense or what, but he seems to see things but doesn't tell us because my dad doesn't believe him sometimes, so he just keeps it to himself. I don't know if this is already too long, but even in my current house, my friends and even my husband have claimed that they have seen my dad walking around. They will see my dad walking around my house and my dad won't be home or he's in another part of the house. My little brothers, as well as my mom, have seen a man shadow walking around. What do y'all got going on? Y'all need to do some type of... I always see Mexican people doing the egg cleanse. Y'all don't got an egg cleanse recipe y'all could do? Girl. And isn't that like a closed practice too? So don't be out here think I'm talking to my Mexican girlies right now. Yeah, girl, you need to do some type of cleanse. Also, I used to share rooms with my brother who saw a little girl when he was 3 years old. And one time we were laying in bed chilling at night and we heard a loud ass bang on our room door as if someone was banging for help. So we go out to the hallway and no one was there. We've also heard 3 knocks at once. Oh, hell no. And my dad has witnessed caps from bottles fall from the middle of the table. Also, the toilet seats have been lifted and let go very loudly. So, like, they'll lift it up and, like, bang it down. Girl, you sure somebody ain't just living in the house and wearing y'all clothes? Like, I'm telling you, watch Froggers on Hulu. It's giving somebody is living in the walls of the house and they're wearing your clothes and eating your food and knocking on your doors. So, once my dad is used to, okay, so we're all in the room watching. What is this? Watching what? Let's just say they're watching Twilight, girl. I don't know. And my dad came in as per usual, trying to scare us. And the door was open, lights off. And we're like, Dad, stop. You're not scaring nobody. He didn't usually scare me, just my brothers. But this day, he was even scaring me. So I was like, yo, you really need to cut it out because I'm scared. Me in college, acting like a little girl. But anyways, he was like, okay, I'll stop, and left. 1 minute later, we see a shadow creeping into my room, crawling, and we yelled and covered our faces with blankets. And I remember looking up and still seeing it crawl as my brothers quickly flicked the light on, and then nothing was there. And now we're all laughing but scared. See, I would not have been laughing. I would have been so freaking terrified. Like, no. I would have been sleeping in the living room with Auntie. I'm not. We then get up and go to my parents' room and was all telling my dad, like, why are you still trying to scare us? And he looked concerned like that was not me, with a serious straight face. And I even got a weird off vibe when I saw that thing crawl. Like, I don't know. It was scary. I know I said a lot of scary things, but we're pretty religious and we don't let things like that get to us. So we brush it off and push ourselves in God's hands. So through it all, it doesn't really, Daniel, you be scaring me every time you come here. So through it all, it doesn't really affect or scare me. We just say a prayer and, like I said, put ourselves in God's hands. Thank you so much for your time in reading this. I hope I made it, and I also hope it wasn't too much. And if it was, I am so sorry. I honestly thought it was just short stories, but anyway, girl, I wish you and your family well. Thanks for reading this. And they said they have more stories, but it'll be a little too long. So if you want to hear about any more weird stuff, just let them know. But yeah, that is definitely really creepy, bruh. That is definitely very creepy. I personally, I would have to go. I would have to fucking go. It's just weird when it follows you to the new house. Like, you're in your new house and you're seeing stuff. But I don't know, child. I don't know. I don't play with them ghosts, man. I don't play with them. That sounds like that ghost from The Ring. Like, you know, the one that be crawling out the damn TV. Yeah. I can go without that, child. I can go without that any day. I'm just not. There's like a specific type of horror that just, yeah, crawling is wild, right? They said, I lived in a house like this for years. We learned later the woman who died there had a big cauldron in the living room, and the owner just covered it up with concrete. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Y'all gonna have to take the whole rent off. I'm not paying rent in this bitch. You mean to tell me you got the last cauldron in this bitch? No, thank you. I'm good on that. Mm-mm. And y'all think it's the brother? You think the brother has like insidious energy? Shit, I don't know. It seems like something was following them. But hey, as long as y'all got your faith and you know, do a little cleanse, you gonna be good, girl. You gonna be good. Get you a little egg cleanse, because look, I ain't playing with them ghosts. Not doing it. Thank you guys so much for the compliments on my costume. I know I've been a scarecrow before, but it's honestly one of my favorite costumes to do. Like, it's very easy. If you got natural hair, do a little, do a little scarecrow. It's real easy. But we have a lot of stories to get through today, so I'm not gonna ramble too much. Okay, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, my lucky number. Let's get to it. And we have some receipts. So if you've never seen a Tribe Tea before, this is actually a really good stream. Even though it is holiday specific, it's a good stream because you could see like how we really maneuver with the receipts and like everything. Okay, so the first one is called My Dog Teleported and I Swear I'm Not on El Drugas. Do you guys remember that from the last stream? Because we've been reading spooky stories all month. This is the same person, and they wanted to hit us up and let us know, like, before the season's over, I need to let y'all know about how my dog teleported. And she sent me a picture of this dog, and I'm not even going to spoil it for y'all. This is crazy. Like, I didn't even read it yet, and I already know this is about to be crazy. Because what I just saw, and what y'all about to see, the second one, it's called Ouija Board Storytime. This ghost was not messing with me. I keep telling y'all to leave them Ouija boards alone. It's literally like a walkie-talkie to the dead. You can make a Ouija board out of cardboard. It'll still fuck you up. Shout out to that girl. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, please don't mess with the Ouija board. The third story is just titled Spooky Season Storytime. The third one is just called Halloween Submission. I don't know what it's going to be about, but we're going to read it. The fifth one, My Neighbors Are Real Voodoo Children. What does that mean? What is a what does that mean? Like, are they for like, we'll find out. Girl, we'll find out. The last one is called Spooky Tribe Tea. We smelled a crime scene. Smelled one. Was it a body? Oh, Lord. Okay, here. I'm going to bring one of my little corns up here to sit with me while I tell this story. It's just, this is just too much. Oh my gosh. Okay. My dog teleported. And I'm not on El Drugas. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one's short, but it does have a receipt. So, hey Naja, Daniel, if you're there, and the tribe. Daniel is not here today, but I swear, if you would have said this yesterday, I would have been like, what the hell? But I'll let him know you said hey. I sent in the story about my brother being possessed, just for a refresher. And at the end of the story, I asked if you guys wanted to hear about my dog teleporting. Well, here is the story. So we asked, and now we will receive. And don't worry, y'all are not late. We are just starting on the first story. So make sure you show some love in the chat. So every morning, I let my dog out. We're going to call my dog Hash Brown. Well, on this day, I told myself that I will shower after I let Hash Brown back inside. We had a party the night before, so I started cleaning up while I waited. I looked outside and I see him in the yard doing his thing, going to the bathroom, doing his thing. So I'm like, okay, he's not ready to come in yet. I'll just keep cleaning. Side note, I'm in the kitchen and have 2 sliding glass doors on either side, and I'm in the middle of the sliding glass doors. Anyway, I check the door and he's not waiting by it to come in, so I just keep doing what I'm doing and cleaning. As I start walking to the laundry room, I pass my room door. You know how when you passing by rooms and sometimes you just glance in? Well, as I walk by, there sat Hash Brown, as if he's been inside the entire time. So let me break this down for y'all in case you got a little confused with the with the layout of the house. So basically what is going on is she's in the kitchen doing dishes, doing laundry, whatever, and there is a sliding glass door that you could see directly outside, see the backyard. Her dog's out there doing their business, right? So she just keeps looking at the door like, oh, is he back in yet? He's not back in? Okay, whatever. I'm going to just keep doing me. So as she's about to put the laundry into her room, she walks by the room. The dog is in the house. You said somebody let the dog in. Not somebody let the dog in, right? You might have extra guests. I yelled at him. I did not let you in. How you gonna be mad at him? I woke up my husband and was like, I didn't let Hash Brown in the house, but he's right here. And my husband did not believe me, but I could hardly believe myself. I was literally shaking. I retraced my actions, and I'm very precise on the order I do things. No matter the situation, I always stick to the same order. I always let Hash Brown out, and then I shower once I let him back in. I was specifically waiting for him to come back in so that I could shower. Everyone I talked to said that, maybe he just opened the door. That's true. My dog be opening the door, and I have the same thing as you. I have a sliding glass door. Y'all said it could be a squatter. Have y'all heard of that show? It's on Hulu right now. If you guys got Hulu, it's called Frogger. And it's like people that they live in your freaking walls, bro. Like they live in the walls of your house and then they only pop out when you're not looking. Dead ass. I seen a few people on YouTube with storytimes talking about there was a man in my house. And I was like, girl, no, there wasn't. Now there is a whole TV show like this is a real thing. Look, yeah, in the walls. And then you think you're going crazy and shit. They over here stealing shit from them like toothpaste and deodorant. And you're like, I could have sworn I just bought that. Or it could have been that. What if it was a trickster spirit and it looked like your dog and it really wasn't your dog? On some Haitian shit, what if it was a human? What if it was a shapeshifter? Like, bruh, you never know. Everyone I talked to said my dog could have opened the door, but both glass doors were shut. Okay, no, that's not normal. My dog can only open the screen and shit. Like, you know how strong you gotta be to open the glass? Oh my gosh. And then I would have heard it if it opened because I was in between both of the doors. So I would have heard if he would have tried to nudge his way in. I was also told, what if I forgot that I let him in? Like I said, my routine was a very specific order. And when Hash Brown comes inside, he always walks around and tries to find our cat, and then he lays back down. Everyone thought I was tripping, but I kept getting weirded out by the fact that all of their logical questions were met with a logical answer, and nothing was making sense. I called my previously possessed brother. It's like, bro, he cool now. He cool now. It was just rough back in the day, but he cool people now. So my brother, who was previously possessed, I hit him up, and he even admitted that it was weird. My dad said it could have been a demonic portal. Girl, my dad said it was a demonic portal and that it may have manifested because I bought the famous ghost and the black cat with a jack-o'-lantern mug from Target. Oh my God, that is such an old man ass answer. You went to Target and bought a Hocus Pocus mug, so now you opened the demonic portal. Shut up, Pop Pop. Shut up, Unc. You're not making no sense. Anyway, I was freaked out for the rest of the day. A few weeks later is when I heard the tribe tea about the dog teleporting with the rolled leaves behind its ears. Yes, that was in one of my streams. That was crazy. At that point, I knew that I was not alone with my experience. Ever since, I have been going out of my way to say when I let Hash Brown in and out, like, okay, I'm letting him out, I'm letting him in. Hash Brown is still acting normal, but it's very strange that it happened. And I am not on drugs, y'all. The only thing I'm on is depression. I'll include pictures of Hash Brown below. I just wanted y'all to see this picture of Hash Brown she sent me, bro. I was dead. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So she sent me this picture of Hash Brown. Prepare yourself. I thought, okay, so this is Hash Brown, right? Super cute. Look at those eyes. I thought that, brace yourselves now. And okay, Twitch, this isn't brandishing. These white boys be showing shit all the time now. Don't do it to me. Why does Hash Brown have a blicky? Why? Can someone explain in the chat? When I tell you, I thought that the ghost had put the blicky in Hash Brown hand, and I was about to tell you that you might like, why does he have a blicky? Not the open carry pup. Child, you said he protecting the owner. Look, I guess so. I was look, I saw little Hash Brown, I was dead. Look, Hash Brown did not come to freaking play, okay? The mouse tool is crazy. The mouse tool is crazy. And she sent me a picture of her too. You are such a baddie. Like, I love your hair. I love this blonde on you. Like, you look so cool and artsy. Oh my gosh, you have a photo shoot with Hash Brown. He is so cute. Y'all look so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, girl, I might have to steal your idea. That is so cute. You have a photo shoot with your dog, and I know it's not like formal, but like, this is a photo shoot. Like, you did that. You ate that up. You ate that up. You did that. Did your dog teleport? I don't know, friend. You probably didn't see it, but I mean, a lot of it is pointing towards something weird happened, because how the hell did he get in the house? And I know, right? I want to eat some hash browns now. I'm not even about to hold you. I was craving potatoes when I was putting this outfit on. I was like, damn, this shit making me I want to eat a loaded potato right now. But yeah, I like to go for logic first with stuff too. And it seems like all of your loved ones came with the logic and you logically explained how that could not be the case. So I do think, something weird could have happened. I don't think that dogs can open up glass windows unless you had like a freaking Great Dane or something, or like, I just don't see that happening with your dog. And your dog looks a little bit older. Like, I don't see that. Let me know what y'all think. But I definitely think that that was a little bit weird. But some people do think that, maybe she noticed she let him in. But hey, let's get on to this next story. Oh my gosh, you sent me a picture of you. You look so cute. I love this tattoo on you. It's so adorable. Whenever people get red tattoos, like red tattoos on brown skin, just hits different. I know I don't have any, but I can appreciate, like, it looks good. So this one is called Ouija Board Storytime. This ghost was not messing with me, y'all. So, hey, Naja girl. Hey, tribe. Hey, girl. This is my first submission. I'm so excited. I'm watching the 4-hour live right now, and I just had to write in. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for writing in, girl. Welcome to the Tribe T submission gang. It said, I have been watching you since high school, girl. Nipple piercing video gang. Yes, thank you so much for kicking it with me. Also, disclaimer, grammar police, please leave me be. So, also, I'm a Leo, big Leo gang in the chat. Watch your mouth. Shout out to all my Leos in the chat, okay? And so, the story is very short. This takes place back in 2018, and I was 18 years old, and I've always been into spooky girl horror movies, creepy games, creepy books, TV shows, haunted houses, you name it. I am all for it, girl. Me too. I love it. This is like my favorite time of year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You would think that I would decorate more, but look, I just really love, like you said, I like being involved in the culture, like the movies, the pumpkin, stuff like that. Like, yes. So, even with all of that, even with all those interests, I have still never messed with a Ouija board until one day. For context, my mom, me, and my older sister moved to the house I currently stay in today when I was about 13, and we took some of my middle sister's stuff with us to store it. Oh, I guess like she was going to college or something. It was a bunch of normal 20-something-year-old belongings like makeup, DVDs, but in one of the drawers, my good sis had a Ouija board. Now, Naja, I know you're thinking, leave it alone, put it back. So, that's all you sent me. Did you mean to send me something else? Let me see. Yeah, that's all I got, girl. That's all you sent me, friend. Well, I don't know if you sent it early or not, but if you are still in the stage of you just found it, I would just leave it alone. Y'all said set it on fire. Right? The story just got cut off, y'all. I don't know what happened. It just cut off. She said, I know what you're thinking. Leave it alone, put it back. I even checked the email to see if maybe she sent me another one. But no, that's it, y'all. All I could do is give advice to anyone in this situation. And that is, if you do run into a Ouija board, leave it alone. I wouldn't even burn it. I just would not even interact with it. Right? Now you got me scared. Like, girl, are you okay? Like, what if it sucked you into the freaking abyss? What if the ghost made you not, what if it messed with the interference of the message? Like, now you got me over here worried that the worst of the worst is happening. So please resend it, resend it if you're watching this on Twitch. Resend it so I can read it tomorrow. But yeah, that I wouldn't be messing. I agree. I wouldn't be messing with no tool to contact no spirits. You done left us on the cliffhanger, girl. You got to let us know what's going on with you. You got us scared. All right, I'm going to get to this next one. This one has a receipt also. So strap in. It's long and we got a receipt. Okay. It's called Spooky Season Storytime. Y'all talking about the scariest story so far. Nah, for real. Like, we on a cliffhanger on if you even okay, friend. Damn. Oh, they sent me pictures of them too. Yes, skin. Oh my gosh. Yes, lashes. Yes, Betty Boop curls. Okay. She is eating the girls up. Y'all look so good. Like, I never have anything negative to say about y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, even if I did, like, you know, you don't got nothing good to say. You don't say nothing at all. But I've had to hold my tongue when it comes to these, like, gremlin people that y'all decide to lay down with and then send me pictures. I be having to hold my tongue. But with y'all all look so good. I guess it's just what happens when you're just not a hating ass bit. I don't know. Y'all just all look so good, bro. And you all look different too. It's not like you're like one aesthetic of people. Like, y'all all look so different and y'all look so good. Y'all got the good skin, the melanin just shining, prosperity. Like, yes. Anyway. Hey, Naja and Tribe. Happy Spooktober. First, I wanted to congratulate you on the new beginnings of Tribe Tees. Yeah, shout out to the Tribe. I am super excited for all that you have in store, and I have been watching you since 2017. Oh my God. I absolutely love your channel, and I never skip an ad. Well, I appreciate that so much. I am 20 now, and my big three are Virgo Sun, Libra Moon, and Pisces Rising. Shout out to all my Virgos, my Libras, and my Pisces. And if anybody is into MBTI, I am an INFP. Ooh, nobody really talks. We haven't talked about that before. I think I am an INTJ or some shit. I think I'm going to redo it. I like to redo it every like 5 years or so because realistically, we do change. Like, I am not nearly as social as I was 10 years ago, but I'm not nearly as antisocial as I was 5 years ago. Like, it's really good to, you know, keep on doing that. But INFPs, cool as hell. Cool as hell, girl. You all had also actually commented on one of my TikToks some time ago. Oh, okay, I found you on Beyonce's internet, girl. Talking about you, my cousin. Since being a little girl, I have always been very connected to my dreams. Now that I'm older, I keep a dream journal to help guide me and to also understand my subconscious and conscious mind. I've had prophetic dreams and many reoccurring dreams, especially in early childhood. I have also visited other planes and realms that do not exist here. Oh my God, girl, how did you get back? How did you get back? Okay. I'd be scared. I look forward to sleeping because it's always a new adventure and way more interesting than ghetto ass Earth. That's how I used to be when I was a kid. I used to be so excited to go to sleep. Like, girl, I hate to break it to you, but that might be a little bit of depression. But, you know, that might be a little bit of depression. I don't know. But hey, in this dream, I went to a museum. There's 3 dreams. They're going to talk about 3 different dreams, okay? So the first dream, I went to a museum with my family, and before entering, a car almost hit one of my siblings. Oh my gosh. I turned around to cuss the man in the car out, as did the rest of my family. While some of them got on him, the rest of us entered the museum. I am immediately separated from my family in this back room, and it reminds me of a room from Alice in Wonderland when she first ate the cake that sized her. A white woman who resembled Owen Wilson was performing eye surgery on a tan or mixed race woman with brown hair. I'm observing, and as I'm watching, doors start opening behind them. There are 3 doors. The first 2 are black and white, and the last one is gold. I enter, and which did you enter? Which door did you enter? I enter one of them. And I'm on my bed. I'm on my bed inside a room larger than life. Whatever you're thinking right now, think way bigger. This room is very like Renaissance with golds, browns, statues. And as I look up to the ceiling, I see this huge man and woman's bodies enmeshed with clouds. So like Greek, you know. Owen Wilson is wild. Like, what is going on? So they filled the sky of this already gigantic room, and the woman was on top and the man was under her, and they were embraced. And I was like, what the hell? And then the bed starts to float towards them, and at this point I crawl to the edge of the bed, and I just see myself getting further and further from the ground. I picked up the phone to FaceTime my boyfriend at the time. You could FaceTime in your dreams. I can't. I don't be on my phone. I don't be doing none of that. I flip my camera and I ask him, do you see this? And he says no in a confused, worried voice. I was nervous as I floated towards them, but only because their size was insane in comparison to me. The man and woman were just embracing each other, paying me no mind. And when I woke up, I told everyone in my family about the dream and was stuck on Google trying to understand what it was. I even asked my boyfriend if he knew what I was referring to when I woke up because it felt so real. I now 2 years later believe that this was your what now? She said this was my anema and anemus, the man doing surgery was representing the third eye before entering a part of my friend. Even the way that it was a museum with the architects, the columns, I've always been obsessed with statues. Everything was beautiful and divinely made. It's an aesthetic I truly would appreciate in real life. I have a lot of joy associated with this dream, and I wish I could revisit it often. So my opinion about this is that I feel like this might just be I don't even know what to call it. Let's just call it playtime. Remember I was telling you guys about Everywhere, Everything, All at Once and shit. Still haven't seen that movie. But how really humans stress themselves out so much with trying to find the meaning behind stuff, the meaning of life, what's my purpose, what am I doing here, all that shit, right? When sometimes it's just to play and to enjoy and to experience, right? So sometimes some dreams don't make no sense or have any like crazy ass, meaning or anything, because I'm not gonna lie, this is what you just described did just sound like an aesthetic mood board. Like they didn't say anything to you. If anything, this could be if you want to make something out of this dream, this could be a symbolism for capitalism, like going down the rabbit hole into the because you said I do love these aesthetics and stuff, but even the aesthetics didn't really match. Like you got the Renaissance with the Greek gods and like it was a lot. Like, so I think it could be interpreted that way, but I don't really see any like, this just seemed like playtime. Like you said, you like this shit, you like going here. As for the FaceTime and the boyfriend, I would have been creeped out if he would have remembered it in the morning. That would have creeped me out. But yeah, I don't like, sometimes some dreams are just your subconscious just having fun, especially like people are saying in the chat, when you fall asleep with certain things on in the background, it could influence your dreams too. Okay, so she said the second dream is kind of intense and it does involve death, so trigger warning. In this dream, I'm in the body of a young, fair-skinned woman and I'm about to drive somewhere. I realize I left my bag at a bus stop and I leave my car running with the signal on and run to the bus stop. In the distance, a man is looking at my car and in my gut, I know he's about to steal it. We both start running towards the car. I make it and begin throwing objects at him. The man then turns into a dog and eats my car key. Out of nowhere appears another deformed man, and I ordered him to kill the dog because it swallowed my keys. He refused and morphed into a little black girl. What the hell is going on here? She and I go back and forth in a loop about who is going to kill the dog. The little girl wants to get the key, and the dog ends up tearing her to shreds. Oh my gosh. Then the dream resets back to us arguing about the key, and the same thing happened again. Eventually, the little girl feels that all she has to do is find a way to have the other woman die, basically you, to move through the loop. And the little girl, oh, I can't tell y'all what she said. Let's just say she unalived the dog, okay? Let's say that. It's so bad I have to pull out the unalived instead of died. Let's just say she unalived that dog, okay? And the dream progresses. The girl now believes neither of them have to die. We make us... Oh, no, ma'am. We made us... Girl, can I even say this? Girl, they ate the dog. Y'all ate the dog in the dream? Like, what's going on, girl? Like, I'm so confused. How do you... There are some dreams where just, like, you don't... Like, bruh. This is, like, on the level of, like, you had a dream that you smashed the cashier at the local grocery store. Like, you just don't ever bring it up. You feel dirty in the morning. You let it go. This is one of those where it's just like, bro, last night, I literally sacrificed a little black girl, and then we ate a dog together. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, this would stay in the journal, girl. This wouldn't even go in the journal. I think right, talking about, I think we should know a little bit less about each other on that type of time. Then they said they made a soup out of the little bruh. And they said the soup burned the little girl and made her jump in pain. Oh my God. Then the woman poured the soup on her and burned herself. What? Now I have changed from being the woman to a little girl. And the woman knew from the beginning that someone had to die in order for the other to survive. The woman morphs then into 3 figures. The dog, the deformed man, and her face morphs into something more evil. And they held the little girl down and was just laughing evilly. That's when I jumped out of bed, literally sweating. I'm not sure what this dream was about, but it's a lot of death and morphing. So I assume that possibly I may or was about to go through a change that may be hard. That was a lot of stuff. That's a good interpretation. My interpretation that I got, let me know if y'all got any other one, was seeing things from other people's perspective and realizing that things that you deem as unimportant, somebody else treasures, but you don't really care until somebody else wants it. Because in the beginning of the dream, you already had a vehicle. You didn't need to be on the bus, but you took your ass to the bus stop. And as soon as somebody else wanted your car, now you want to be on the thing. And then you have switching perspectives with you and the little girl, constantly switching perspectives. Then you switch perspectives with the dog and the deformed man, constantly switching perspectives, putting yourself in other people's shoes. That's what I was getting from that. And it also could be a cautionary tale for black and white thinking as well. The whole, like, it's either you or me, dead, alive, you know. But I second Anaya. I would have woken myself up. Okay. I would have woken myself right the hell up. Because as soon as the dog would have been, as soon as I'm over here eating dog, like, I lucid dream too much. So as soon as I'm sitting here like, bro, am I eating a dog? Yeah, no, that's when it's about to get weird. I'm going to wake myself the fuck up and be like, yo, this ain't me. This ain't me, bro. So here's the third dream. Okay. And this one's just called Spooky. In this dream, I'm at a family home in my sister's room packing clothes and listening to the radio. A man comes on the radio and is complaining, saying women are hoes. Okay. And just being plain sexist, I annoyingly turn it off and continue packing. I go to close my curtains because I get the sense someone is watching me or trying to view my body, which I was barely clothed at the time. And then suddenly the lights just went out. I turn around. Then, in real life, not the dream, I feel my ear getting blown into. See, look, I'm a light sleeper. That's all it would have took. That's all it would have took. I'm up. Eyes like Squidward. Up. Open. No, ma'am. No, sir. I wake up like, what the hell? I looked up to see if my dad had come into my room or something, but no one was there. It's around 7 a.m. and I text my older sister, who I was planning to visit that day. I just woke up because, I don't know, I think a demon got me in my dreams. Shit just blew in my ear. Hella weird. I fall back asleep and unfortunately I re-enter the dream. I turn around again now to see a black figure who had no face reach out his arms as if they were going to grab me. So are you still asleep? Yeah, okay, you fell back asleep. Before it could grab me, I was punched in the eye. The ghost be punching people in the eyeball now? I got punched square in my eye and immediately woke up pissed. It's now 10 a.m. and my eye hurt in real life. Girl, you should have told this one first. I even checked in the mirror because it honestly felt like I might have had a bruise. Oh, y'all talking about a blue face ass ghost. I was so irritated that a demon would hop into my psyche and something had the nerve to just punch me. Like, damn. I now think my guides were trying to protect me. To be honest, they tried to be nice with the ear blow, but when I didn't listen, they must have really went to work on me, as they tend to do because I'm hard-headed. Man, I don't know about that. You got a physically abusive ancestor? Like, that doesn't sound like a good guy to me, friend. Like, personally, I don't believe the demon or monster did it anymore because I don't put much of my beliefs or energy into paranormal things. That is not something I'm looking to attract. I've only ever had sleep paralysis once, and I stay away from most things like horror except for books, because then I can imagine demons as tiny little fairies instead. Girl, fairies can hurt you too. I keep a cinnamon broom over my door, sage in my space, and I pray. It sounds to me like you're very much into paranormal stuff, friend. You have a lot of stuff. Talking about they feeding you knuckle sandwiches is wild. All I know is moving forward is that Danny Phantom better keep his ass out of my dreams with all that kicking and punching. Like, you talking about send that demon into my man's dream. I will send them that cash app. Y'all are wildin'. Like, we nuck if you bucking with the ghost now? I couldn't imagine, like, if somebody just, like, oh my God. Why? Oh my gosh. So here's their last story of a spiritual experience that they had. They said, I'm recently single and have been blessed to spend time establishing a loving relationship with myself. I know that's right. And everything around me. One day I was sitting in my car waiting on my sister, and I asked my guides to send a message to someone living that I felt I could not say myself. I went into full detail about what I wanted to say, why I needed to have them receive it. I said, even if they see a bird and the message is received to them through that, then that's good with me. That's really nice. That's really beautiful. Sometime later, I was sitting on my porch just looking at the baby kids on the block and the clouds, and I watched as the clouds start to form messages. So this is what she sent me. Ooh, not the blicky. Not little blicky. She sent me this. These clouds. Doesn't it look like a Hollister bird a little bit? It was a bird, and then it turned into the first initial of that person's name. I took a picture of the bird, and then I stopped taking pictures because I felt in my soul that I didn't need the validation of doing that, and I felt that the message had been received. That day was freaking crazy. I'm just walking in the here, I'm gonna put it on here too so y'all can see. But yeah, bruh, that shit look legit to me. That shit look like a bird to me. But shouldn't the other person be seeing the bird? Or do you think this was just like confirmation, like that they got the message? Because I could see that. Interesting. So I was just walking in the backyard, talking to myself, asking if that really did just happen. And then I turned around to see a clear yes written in the clouds. Girl, you should have took a picture of that one. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I cried because this was the beginning of really directly speaking with my guides and spirit team, whom I never really looked for assistance from in previous years. I am a lucky and highly blessed individual. Amazing things happen now constantly. I just smile, laugh, and say thank you. She says she doesn't necessarily understand it, but I'm very appreciative. I feel very gracious to have a connection to the world in this way. And I know from time to time, receiving more sky messages. And I mentioned in the first dream, because the man and woman being clouds makes me now look to the sky. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to share. Sorry if there's any grammar or spelling errors. I hope you enjoyed it and got a good laugh or a spook. Advice from me to the tribe: pray or set intentions before you sleep. Yes. About whatever feeling you were most connected to that day. And to you, Naja and Daniel, I pray y'all continue to meet and greet your potential to your blessings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll make sure he gets your message. I think that the bird in the sky was legitimate. I really, really do. But I really wish that I could have seen that picture of the yes in the sky. But I get it. Like, you're like, no, I don't. This is for me. Like, the fact that you even had the feeling to stop taking pictures, lets me know, like, that was just for you anyway. That was just for you, boo-boo. Uh-oh, I almost made a mess. But yeah, man, that was a lot of freaky stuff. You're very in tune with your dreams. I would definitely get a dream journal. And my rule of thumb is when you have repetitive dreams, like that's when you really, really want to start dissecting and, trying to figure out symbolism and stuff like that. When the dreams keep repeating themselves, it might not even be exactly the same, like to the T. But yeah, when you start noticing that by reading your journal and seeing the patterns, that'll help you. I'd also get into like meditation. You said you already have guides and stuff. I would get into meditation so that you can practice lucid dreaming so that you could actually clock in to the dream, consciously, so that you can absorb more, have a little bit more free will of like what you want to happen, what you want to change, because it's never going to be the exact same dream, right? But this is really cool. That's very cool that you're open to all of that and that you had that cool message happen. But that intent thing is very real. Y'all gotta move with intent. All right, let's see this next one. They said, hey, Naja, thank you for all the work you put into your channel and the thoughtful, cool content you create for our viewing pleasure. That's what's up. Let's get into it. We got ourselves another 4-page letter. Can y'all see it? Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are funny. Let me get some water. Let's get into it. Hey, girl. I've been a viewer for about 6 years. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. The call center story times was one of my favorite. I also love your tribe teas, and I listen to them when I'm running. Yes, workout queen. At the gym or on my work commute. I am a Pisces sad boy gang. Shout out to all the Pisces. This is my first time submitting, and I hope you all like the story about the time we should not have been playing around with spooky stuff. So I will keep the characters limited because I know that be irking ya. This happened when I was in college, and I decided to bring a few of my college friends to meet some of my high school friends. The crossover, right? My college friends wanted to see the small town charm, so we went. We TP'd some houses, ding dong ditched people that we knew from my high school, and drove past some cow farms and went to a gas station my friend used to steal from. Just small town stuff. I can't remember if this was around Halloween or if we just thought it would be fun. But for some reason, my high school friends and I decided to show my college friends the weird and spooky parts of our town. I will mention here one of my college friends, we'll call her Brit, little Brittany, had always told me about her weird paranormal experiences. Okay. She had some family in New Orleans who practiced voodoo and other family members who are very spiritual. She told me she had numerous times of her doing something like bending over to put something under the sink and feeling a weight on her back that would not allow her to stand up sometimes for like 20 minutes. Okay. She would feel chills and cold rushes of air randomly in rooms of areas that should be warm. And the one that freaked me out the most was at one of her family members' houses when it got late, say around 11 or so. A man with a large nose and black top hat would appear to be sitting in the dining room table. She described him as a dark-skinned Abraham Lincoln. A dark-skinned Abraham Lincoln is wild. One night she was in the kitchen when he appeared. Mr. Abe. Dishonest Abe. She tried to leave and heard a stern voice tell her to sit down. Yeah, no. She sat at the table all night staring into the corner to avoid his gaze until the sun started to rise and then he vanished. So she just sat there. She better than me. I would have sprinted out the door. I do not give a flying finnuck. I would have sprinted out the damn door. Right. That's what I'm saying. So who is this man? Y'all saying it's probably Papa Leg Butt. No, bruh. That's not how that work. Talking about he got a beard. Like, oh my gosh. Scary Abe. This wild. She said her family is used to this type of stuff, so they just avoid the kitchen at night or just quickly run past the kitchen without looking at them. Many of them have the same experience being in the kitchen too late and yelling at them to sit down. I would have been like, look, nigga Abe, you don't pay no bills in here anymore. You're dead and gone. I'm upkeeping the house. This is my house. Shut up. Her grandfather said one time he tried to leave and the man got very upset and told him he better not move. Her grandfather told her the way he said it, he knew that he meant it in a threatening way. So if any of them got caught in there with the man, they would sit and not move until morning. Oh, hell no. I'm doing a cleanse right in the morning. Like, man, look, I would have had to get that thing out my damn house. You said you would have swung on him, bro. Y'all funny. Oh my gosh. Back to the story. We decided to go to this bridge where people reported seeing ghosts walk across the bridge, sometimes causing people to crash because they thought it was a real person on the road. Brittany was, of course, getting a little antsy as we parked and waited on the bridge to see if we could see a ghost walk by. Luckily, we didn't and continued driving around. Our next stop was an oil well. You can Google it for the viewers. Cool. At the specific well, it was rumored that if you sat quietly and waited for the drilling of the well to match your heartbeat, you could hear the giggling of a group of girls. That is some small town shit. So our dumbasses parked and sat in the car trying not to laugh and listening to the well. Brittany kept telling us that we needed to stop messing around with this stuff. So, of course, we took it a step further and someone suggested to get out of the car and go closer to the well. So we did. We walked over, holding each other linked in our arms, and stood quietly listening. A twig snapped under someone's foot, and we started screaming and ran back to the car like crazy people. And Brittany told us that was it. We had to stop, and she was getting a weird feeling. We decided to be done with the spooky tour and go to the grocery store for some snacks. So once at the store, we're all giggling, telling each other about our lives, having a good time. We went inside, and Brittany and I had to pee, so we told everyone we would meet them at the front, and whatever they picked out for snacks was fine. As we started walking to the back of the store, towards the bathroom, the lights above us started turning off. Each time we got under a new light, it turned off. We noticed this happening and looked back at each other confused. And without saying anything, we both start speeding up our walk, and the lights just kept turning off behind us. They were not turning back on or flickering or nothing. They were turning off as we walked. Keep in mind, we're zigzagging through different aisles to get back, so it's not like one row of lights is doing it. It's the exact lights that we are walking through. There are other people in the store too, and it just seemed to only be the lights we were under. I start feeling like we're being chased or watched, and I can tell we're both getting freaked out without saying anything. So we run to the back of the store, and it just kept turning off above us. Brittany and I are both panicked, and when we run into the lit, bright bathroom, all of the lights turn off, and Brittany yells, "Stop it!" And suddenly, the lights all turn back on. We stare at each other wide-eyed and breathing heavily, open the door, and see all the lights in the store are also back on. Brittany looks at me and says, "See, this is why I don't fuck with this shit. I told y'all." I thought she was about to say, "This is why I don't fuck with y'all." Because y'all I thought she was about to say, "This is why I don't fuck with y'all, because y'all keep messing with stuff." I start feeling like we are being chased or watched. Is wild. We use the bathroom and quickly jog to the front of the store to meet our friends. The lights stay on this time when we walk through. We tell them what happened. Some of them laugh, but one of the girl has been Brittany's friends for years, so she knows about all the paranormal stuff, and she believes us and tells everybody that we should probably go home. I've looked back and laughed at this moment now, and that night I didn't sleep because I was so freaked out. Look, bruh. Look, I don't even know what to tell you, bruh. I do think that was some real shit, because that's really what happens when something spooky happens. So you mean to tell me nobody in the store peeped like, yo, why is this happening? Why is the light turning off on just these two people? Nobody, not even the store clerk was like, huh, that's weird. This seems like the light's following y'all. Nope. Shout out to Descent Doll for the follow. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. But yeah, that was pretty creepy. Especially, I think it's creepier her people's backstory. Like, the old man at the table, sit down. Like, oh, hell no. I would have been singing Jesus Loves Me, right? My God. I would have been freaking scared than a bitch. Y'all said I would have act like I didn't see it. I probably would have act like I didn't see it either. I'm like, what in the spooky dookie hell is going on here? No, ma'am, no, sir. Yikes on bikes. I'm about to read this next one, but I don't know if I've already read this before, so just clock me if it sounds familiar and I'll stop. It's just how this got sent to me. It's a little messed up. So, it's called TRIBETEA. We smelled a whole crime scene. That is very alarming to me. They want you to know they are an Aries sun, a Sag moon, and an Aries rising. And shout out to all of the April Aries that are watching. They said, "Hey, Naja, I've been watching you for a year now. Thank you so much. And I've been sitting on this story since I discovered your spooky TRIBETEAs, and I'm writing mine as I'm watching. So this story is about my best friend and I promise you, I still bring it up to her and I reflect on the memory every few years because I don't think I will ever forget this. First, a small backstory. When I was between 8 and 11 years old, I was out running errands with my entire immediate family. We were at this plaza grocery shopping because it was very close to our home. So boom, we drive down to Main Street, about to turn the corner to go to our street, and this pungent smell hits my nose hard, and everyone could smell it. Mind you, I live in a semi-big city, so I asked my parents, "What's that smell?" And my dad proceeds to tell me, my dad proceeds to tell me it smells like a dead body. Dad, why are you being this real with the kids, bro? What the hell? Dad. Now, I've never smelled no shit like this before. So I'm like, damn, that makes sense because it was so bad. Like it smelled like rotting flesh. I can never compare it to anything but that. And I will never, ever forget that smell. Oh my goodness. No, seriously, because I live in the South and I be seeing dead possums, dead raccoons, dead squirrels and stuff like that. And it does stink, but I have never, ever, 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 even living in New York, living in an urban place. I ain't never, man, look, I never want to smell that. Skip ahead to a couple years, maybe. It's a cool summer night, and I'm in a relatively nicer part of the same city, but this particular area is literally up the hill from the hood. So I'm at my best friend's, we'll call her Pepper. I'm at my best friend Pepper's dad's house, which is pretty big. And this is when she had a room in the top corner of the house with a balcony. Ooh, okay. So we're chilling in her bed next to the window that's open and has a fan because it's summer and it's nighttime. And we're reading Wattpad, listening to music. What a time to be alive. So out of nowhere, the same pungent smell. Oh, hell no. That don't come out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, the same pungent smell hits me and fills both me and Pepper's nostrils to a point where she is like, bro, what is that smell? And obviously I recognize the smell, and I told her what my dad told me previously about how it smells like a decaying body. Oh my gosh. I would have been like, girl, in my house? Then suddenly we smell smoke from like a fire, and it completely masked the scent. And after a little while longer, nothing. Back to normal. Nature-filled, cool summer night. We were tripped out. Like, what the hell did our noses just witness? Never heard about anything happening specifically in that area, like no crimes or anything on the news. Only people who know are me and Pepper's noses and whoever committed that crime. To this day, I still think about it because I know what I smelled, and it's so distinct that I've only ever smelt it twice in my life. Super eerie to think about. But thank you for reading my story. Keep doing what you do, girl. I am rooting for you. Okay. Ooh, yes. They said I just started a YouTube too. I will look you up. I will definitely look you up. But yeah, bruh. That's definitely legit having sensory experiences, having like smelling certain things, tasting certain things. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if you want to get someone's attention, you use all of the senses, right? I've definitely been communicated with via smell. One of my uncles, well, my uncle that passed away was a very, very, very heavy dark soda drinker. And around the time when he passed, I used to smell dark soda all the time. I don't drink dark soda. No one in my family drinks dark soda. And I would smell it all the time. Like, it's so, I don't know why. I don't know how or why they do it, but they do it. They really do. You said, could she report it? I mean, there's really nothing like you could report. If there's no body, there's no crime. Hey, little Pooh. What you doing? Come here. You want to show them your bandana? Come here. She doing that thing when Shiba Inus. They don't be wanting to move. Come here. Come here. You got this cute little... Oh, my God. You just hit your head. Here you go. Hold on. A little heart beating. It says, I do tricks for treats. She got her little bow. You mad at me? Oh, you mad? You can go back down. Here. You can go back down. She's like, don't fucking embarrass me. I know. Shout out to Spody. Thank you for being a good sport. What do you want, Pookie? You just in here? Look. This damn dog, man. We got one more story to read, guys. I'm excited. The last spooky story on Halloween. My neighbors are real voodoo children. Okay, the voodoo children story is how we're gonna end the stream today. So, or the Halloween stream. Hey Naja, I've been watching you for so long now, and I started watching you since you released the piercing video. OG. I'm usually in the live, and I love the Tribe T family. Well, what's up, friend? I do see your face a lot. I am writing this story while I wait to go in for surgery. Well, I hope you had a successful surgery and you're recovering okay. This is a story of when I lived with my family and lived next to a family that practiced voodoo. For starters, I am Catholic. My mother is Central American and was a very devoted Catholic and is very devoted to the Catholic faith. I believe prayer is powerful, and I pray when I go through spiritual attacks. So I lived in the PJs outside of Boston. The neighbors I'm talking about lived in another building connected to ours. So we live in building, we lived in building 1A. They live in building 1B. So it's connected. It's like one big building, like a duplex. At the time, I shared a room with my mom. The bedroom was next to the neighbor's living room / kitchen area, and my neighbors were Haitian. Shout out to all the Zos. Hey. I love Haitian cuisine. Yes, I love Diddy Jean Jean. Yes, and griot. Yes, we have some of the best food, bro. The best food. By the way, I don't have the proper verbiage or knowledge of voodoo practices, so I might say something that's incorrect, and I apologize if I make mistakes in regards to the religion. Well, hey, girl, I mean, as long as you're not practicing out here. Hey. There were countless nights where they would do their rituals. It would start as early as 7 p.m. and end at 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. They would blast a specific track, sounds of drums, and some singing in the background. Truly, it was really annoying because they would blast this track and also start chanting or singing. And mind you, it would be a Monday night, and I'd have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work. So there were countless restless nights. My brother has gone to knock on their doors to keep the noise down. This one time, he said he saw blood on the hallway floor with some feathers. So I guess they did some sacrifices, girl, maybe. Or maybe they just like ate that like on some Caribbean shit. Maybe they just chopped the chicken. You never know, right? But yeah, I wouldn't, y'all in the chat talking about, bro, that's a whole work shift. I wouldn't have been able to last one night in that loud ass house. Nah, for real. Like, As I mentioned before, my mom was a devout Catholic, and we would pray in the rosary. We would pray the rosary, and it was ritualistic for us to maybe pray twice a month as a family. This one particular night, my neighbors were doing their rituals, and so were we. I've never been so compelled by spirits as I was that night. While we prayed, the neighbors were going in. There was a powerful force in the air. All of a sudden, my mom and brother felt the floor shake. And mind you, this is the PJs. The buildings where I live are concrete, hard walls and floors. My brother and I looked at each other wide-eyed in shock, and we kept praying. And again, we hear these loud bangs and the floor shaking. What it sounded like was as if somebody was throwing their body around or pounding the floor, but how could someone hit the floor so hard that we feel it all the way in the living room? So here is my 2 cents. And I am not practicing, but I am Haitian. Like, my father is Haitian. My mother is Puerto Rican. I do not practice in any Santeria, voodoo, none of that. I'm not a witch. I don't do none of that stuff, right? I'm not indoctrinated. I have not done the quote unquote work to be in any spiritual guide, leader, none of that shit, right? What I will say from my knowledge of the faith is that usually people choose Aloha and they do certain sacrifices for the Lord. Like, say if a certain god is into alcohol, tobacco, they might actually embody that and turn into a drunk and like flail on the floor and stuff like that. But if you're insinuating that maybe there was a spiritual tension because of the Catholicism and the Voodoo, I can see how you would have that belief, and I could see how it could probably be some like ancestral tension there, because you got to understand, and this again, if it weren't for certain things, we would not practice certain religions. Let's just say that Catholicism is very, very rampant in Haiti. That's pretty much what you're gonna get. The whole like Haitian Baptist, that's very American. You know, the sweet old Haitian lady, you know, that's very American. In the island, you're Catholic type shit. So it's not like these Haiti, even Haitian Voodoo even adopts a lot of Catholic saints in their stuff as well. So I don't think it's on some like, you know, I don't think it's on no like spiritual warfare shit to that extent, you know, to where it's like, oh my God, these evil spirits are threatened by the prayer. What I think it is just the act of prayer. Y'all were, you know, y'all just had some stuff going on, and then y'all have real world 3D tension. You get what I'm saying? Like, your neighbors loud as shit. Let's take religion and ethnic, all that out of it. Your neighbors are loud as shit. They play music all fucking day, and they make noise through the fucking concrete walls. That's annoying, period, regardless of what, you know. I think that's really the tea. But hey, I cannot lie to you. We were frightened, like absolutely frightened by this spectacle, right? Their singing got louder and the drums were loud, and I don't know, it just sounded like a man was throwing himself around the apartment with so much force. It made my apartment shake. And once I started to really get into prayer and really concentrating, I felt pressure, like something was sitting on my chest. I was becoming breathless. I was so confused. I felt compelled to just say the blood of Jesus protects me, and that whatever was trying to touch my spirit or do harm would not prosper, as I'm a child of God. When I tell you, when I said those things, that pressure disappeared with a quickness. It was something I have never experienced in my life. So we finally finished praying the rosary, and my brother and I were just talking about how we were curious, like, what are they doing to make the concrete floor shake? I told him I felt a pressure in my chest, and he was like, so did I. Now that's scary. We were flabbergasted because it was so strange. That's the ending of that story. Let me know what you think. Girl, you don't want to know what I think, for real, for real. You do not want to know what I think. Because y'all have current 3D neighbor matrix tension, which is normal. Catholicism and Christianity and ancient African religions have beef older than all of us. Like, you know, that's just so much bigger than us, bruh. Like, I wouldn't even be able to, like, and then what is good and what is bad depends on what side you're on, right? So I couldn't even tell you what happened, but I guarantee you there was some aggravated spirits in here. One time, another supernatural experience I had just for shits and giggles, I was falling asleep and I legitimately felt someone blow air into my ear. Why are ghosts blowing air into people's ear? Mind you, this happened when I no longer shared a room, and I finally had my own space, and they blowing air into my ear. There's no way I could have dreamt that or hallucinated it. I could not fall asleep that night after hearing all of that going on. Love you, Naja. I am always looking forward to your lives, and I'll be jumping on Twitch to support you. And I'm wishing you and Daniel the best. Thank you so much. I'll let him know that you asked about him. Yeah, bruh. It's yeah, bro. Y'all said that's never gonna mix well, because when you look into the history, it's just no wonder. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. It's too deep for this stream. But yes, it's a lot of just colonialism in general look, we're going through something right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't stop. And the more when you take a sociology class or anthropology, whatever it's called, and you really look into how much of society is dictated by the quote unquote winner, you know? But yeah, girl, I definitely do feel like there was some spiritual tension, but I don't think one practice is worse than the other. I said this on the stream multiple times. I respect all religions, all faiths, you know. I mean, nobody knows for sure what goes on after this. So what's the harm in letting somebody believe in what they believe in, right? But that's all I got for y'all today with the spooky stories.